Well, hello.
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Good, man. How's it going for you?
Good, man. What a week that's been.
Thursday after work.
Yeah, and then I don't have to work tomorrow.
Really? So this is your Friday, you lucky booger.
I know, right?
Well, technically, I was a little under the weather on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
self-inflicted, and then so yeah, I should probably work Saturday too. Hey,
Richie Fresh, what's up?
there he is. We here. Nice. Well, after work, I'm tired. Cracked a beer a second ago. Cheers.
Cheers to you, man. I'm just drinking water,
Well, you
so
just got drug tested, didn't you?
yeah, from the VA. Yeah, the VA drug tested me.
Fucking sparkling clean,
Yeah.
my little virgin.
Right? They tested me for everything. Everything.
I thought you meant you got pee tested at work, and I was like,
Mm-mm.
wow, seems pretty normal. You want guys to be
It's
straight at work.
normal. I was on the. I had to do a drug test. I think they had to do some mouth swab. They come in to work. All right, suck on this for 3 minutes, and then we'll take the sample of your saliva.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they do. They
What does that get
mouth
you?
swab. I don't know, some mouth swab crap. Disgusting. It tastes like shit.
I don't. What do they test for with that sort of thing? I never
Drugs and alcohol, the
like
marijuana.
that day or something, or
Yeah, I guess they're able to drug test you for anything. So whatever the scope is on it. So through your saliva.
we kind of have a rule: leave that shit at home. Any
Hmm.
of it, I don't give a shit what it is. I don't how menial it is. We
Hmm.
have a smoking area, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean nicotine, caffeine. Yeah, we got coffee too. But like anything else, just leave that shit at home, man. There's a time and a place for everything, and it sure as fuck ain't at work. I mean, at work you got other people's lives in your hands too. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Especially as
unless
an
you're at a
electrician,
fucking
you know.
record store or something, but then
Yeah.
you're probably you were probably high at the interview.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At the as an electrician at Chevron. Excuse me. I'm like stumbling over my words. But yeah, like the refinery.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to be perfectly straight.
Yeah.
I mean, good God, that place is important. Yeah.
I tell you what, those Patriots, man, they just keep getting better.
How with Diggs?
And that would Diggs is okay. I mean, that $3 million, a 3 year deal for 69 million, man,
Let's talk
unbelievable.
about that for a second, man. Do you think that does any good for them to get Diggs?
I don't know. They definitely a definitely a cap. Uh, you know,
Is he not a wide receiver one anymore?
he is a. I think he's a wide receiver one. I
Is
mean, he did
he?
great with
Because he's
Buffalo.
taking less money to go just to keep a job. Does he is he starting to realize maybe he ain't all that no more?
You know what? Honestly, he needs to be a team player because I've someone made that comment about him. He complains when he's not getting the ball, right? So therefore,
Sure.
when that happens, he becomes a diva. You know what I mean? He becomes like, come on, I'm the guy. Help
I
me out
mean,
here. And
Tyreek
there's
did it
been a
too.
couple times though when he was with the Buffalo Bills to where Allen did give it to him to where he just misses it. He had an opportunity, and it was in that Chiefs game in that division game, where we ended up missing that damn field goal, and it cost us that game. Or at least an opportunity to do something. To make it competitive. What's up, Mike Jones?
And Mike,
And Right? Richard Fish comes in here saying Diggs about to fuck the locker room in May.
Richie.
We'll see, man. You
I
know,
can
I
count
mean,
on Richie.
yo, I'll say this though: they have a new coaching staff. I do like Bright Vrabel. You know, it's all about
He's
pounding
a hell
that
of a
damn
coach,
football
dude.
down the middle, and then setting up for that play action
If I had to
and
choose for a new coach this offseason, I'd have been like, God dang it, I hope nobody steals Vrabel because I'd
and
take him in a heartbeat, you know?
yeah, I think the Patriots are doing what they're doing, and they're trying to make the moves to be competitive in this division. You know,
Dude,
I
the Giants are making some good moves. Speaking of Giants, Mike Jones, that's your team. So,
yeah,
I mean, the Giants are making some
Russell
pretty good
Wilson,
moves, too.
Jameis Winston. You know,
I think it'll be fun, and it might push them to a point where maybe they could do pretty good over there in the NFC East, you know?
yeah,
I don't know if Russell Wilson is the answer. That's another question of mine. So, is he the answer? Is he really the answer? Because the Steelers, they're looking at Aaron Rodgers like, dude, we really probably don't need you. You know, I mean, the Steelers can do good with anybody. That's the Steelers, for God's sakes. You know, they're gonna do good with anybody. The Giants taking Russell, that improves the Giants a bit. Okay, so that's a good move to
they have to
move
keep
forward.
him. They have to protect him, and they got to keep him upright. They got to give him time in the pocket to give it to blink neighbors, man. You know, but yeah, Richard Frisch comes in here saying they'll give us fits. We usually split with the Pats. Bills will easily go 5-1 in division. Actually, the history be told, we've been splitting with the Jets. We usually sweep the Pats since Brady left.
Yeah,
But
since Brady left.
yeah, I mean, actually, we probably have swept split with them a couple times, but we did sweep them the year before. I bet we would have swept them this past year if that last game meant something. You know, the
Yeah.
game didn't mean jack. I mean, the Patriot fans were upset that we gave them that victory when they didn't want that victory.
Messed up the
No,
draft spot.
it is what it is. But draft spots don't mean jack. You know,
I
I mean,
mean, Denver was okay with us giving them a victory.
yeah. I mean, they
The
kicked the
Bengals were
crap
pissed
out of
off
you.
about it. They weren't even in the goddamn mix.
Yeah.
Why are you mad? You weren't even in the games.
It was like what 40-0 or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
dude, they beat the shit out of my guys.
Yeah, they beat the crap out of your third and fourth string guys, you know, and half of your second stringers.
And they got some field time, baby. They did good.
Exactly.
They did
That
pretty
that
good. They
was
got some field time,
yeah.
man. I know they took an ass whooping, but Denver was
All
coming
those
to get
guys
a
that
win.
rode the bench
Yeah.
all season long were like, "Yes, I finally get my chance. Let's do this."
Yeah. They maybe
You
didn't
know,
do as good as they were hoping, but Denver was coming to win that fucking game, you
they
know.
wanted that, yeah, and then they laid an egg in Buffalo. You know, they started out great, but then Buffalo was like, "No, no, 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 hold on." But
Sure, right.
you know, so
So, you know, Rogers really wanted to go to the Vikings.
he did. I've heard that he really
That's
wanted to go,
really what he wanted.
and they closed
Think
the
about
door
it,
on him.
dude.
They
They just
closed the
went
door.
that far with Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he can make a playoff run with a team like that. So he's being greedy, in my opinion. And then I know he's gonna put some blame on the Jets for that little stint over there.
That was all on him.
And the thing is, I've heard people say, well, it's pretty reasonable to put some blame on the Jets. You know what? Fuck that. Rodgers was supposed to come in and help out, and he didn't go to work. He didn't show up to work. And then shit, he didn't even know his receivers good enough to know what they were gonna do in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
So to me,
tried to get freaking Devontae Adams
right?
over there.
And so I think he wants to. Now he's scrambling, saying, please, Steelers, you know, because he wants a fucking job.
But he wants to be a Steeler with his own conditions too.
That's the Steelers don't need his conditions.
No,
they're going to do just fine
do
without
that.
him.
Yeah.
That's my main point. Is the Steelers don't need him. Why would they change what they normally do that's been working every
They'll
year?
do good. They'll do good. They'll do decent with Mason Rudolph if they needed to have Mason Rudolph.
They will still make a push for playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still be a winning team. Make a push for playoffs. It doesn't matter who their quarterback's going to be. So why in the hell do they need to change everything just to let Aaron Rodgers and his cronies jump in there?
I agree.
While they're not podcasting, you know.
All they got to do is just split the division 3-3, and then they just
while Aaron Rodgers is not on vacation, or he's not over trying to be famous somewhere, it's just he's turning into like a really old Jimmy Garoppolo in my eyes, dude. It's like, oh, look at how pretty I still am. You know, nobody gives a shit, Rodgers. Go to fucking work and maybe we'll support you again. Because I supported him all the way up to that first year at the Jets. And then just that was a wash. So then the next year I'm like, okay, now he's going to turn this around. And he didn't even try.
No, you know what I mean? Not until the end of the season.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, he had
even at the end of the season, the locker room was lost.
Yeah, he had good stats and everything.
Everybody didn't care anymore.
You could have great stats with that Jets team, you know. I mean, it's kind of irritating because he's really supposed to be.
And the Jets organization,
like
the players that they had were great, dude.
If he could have been like a mentor, I would have a heck of a lot more respect for him. But he doesn't want to be.
I hear you. I agree.
He wants his own time, and fuck you guys. I had to sit behind Brett Favre, and then so I think what he wanted was, ooh, look how this is going to work out. I'm going to do the same route as Favre, but I'm going to go farther.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm very proud of Minnesota for saying,
no, it's JJ McCarthy's time.
We got JJ. We're gonna roll with JJ. We don't need your goddamn drama, you know.
Yeah.
He just turned into so much drama. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, bro.
Like we talked about, the Jets had so much potential, so much talent, and it all went to the down the drain.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy, bro?
Because they were expecting them to be a Super Bowl contending football team when he went there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they had the number one, the top 5 defense. All they needed was a quarterback to get that offense going, and
somebody that would show up and get to know the team, so they could mesh and they could get in sync together, you know.
Yeah,
just crazy, bro. All right, that's enough of that depressing shit. I hope the Steelers say no to him too, and then he wonders where the fuck he's ever going to get a job. And then I hope he has to do a backup thing like Flacco, and then put that in your book. You still want to make money? Now you're a backup. You know, I mean, he just proved that he's no better than a backup. A backup that's good for a couple of wins a year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all right, let's talk about
how Wednesday's roundtable outro music needs to be LaSalle's music. Shit slapped and made sense. Yes.
For real, that was good, dude. I was all grooving and stuff.
That was awesome.
Yeah, LaSalle's music was good.
I even liked the fact that they were entertaining that what was it for Glenn?
Yeah.
His music. Well, yeah.
Dude, I thought that was funny. It just popped out. I was like, Glenn should have Darth Vader music for sure.
Darth Vader. Yeah.
For sure. Like right when he's coming in, dun 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 dun. Dun. He's a funny cat. I like old Glenn.
Yeah, I like him too. He's pretty awesome.
I'm not gonna let anybody call in. I'm not even gonna post the call-in thing until you say okay, Anthony.
That's fine.
That's fine.
We'll have him come on at round 7. We can do that,
right, bro. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah! It's only 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So the NFL, there's going to be some rule changes, possibly. There's going to be some votes on it and stuff, right?
Yeah. So explain to me what it is.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, Richie. So, apparently so, man. I mean, how long is that really going to last unless Glenn keeps trying to get Beth involved or something, you know. I mean,
Right?
I was like, oh, Glenn's macking.
We definitely need to get a female perspective on that round table. We really do. We need to find a
Yeah,
solid
that's
woman.
I know why Glenn did it, and I like it because Beth pops on their chat and she says pretty good stuff, bro. So I'm glad that he signed her up. But okay, so the things that people are talking about for the rule changes, and I'm wondering if a couple of them are even going to get voted on. So there's the replay assist thing, right? So I do think this one will be voted on, and that's more like so not like if there's a flag down there, it's not on that. No, it's on the what do they say? It's the more objective elements of a play. Okay. So I really don't even know how to explain it. I just think that I think what they're trying to do is so there's a flag because Ryan Fitzpatrick got his head turned all the way around, right? So they're not worried about looking at that flag or that non-flag, right? They're not worried about looking at that non-flag. They're talking about what happened down the field and stuff. Or they're talking about like they can look at other aspects of a play, and I'm just like, God damn. Or missed calls, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to look at missed calls, but they're not going to look at specific things. They can pick and choose what the hell they look at. It's just all it does is make the refs part-time.
Yeah, so the competition committee proposes and includes expanding the use of replay assist to advise officials on aspects of a play when clear and obvious video evidence is present.
Well, yeah, if we all saw it on TV, they can't just lie to us.
Yes.
So that's what so it's only those ones that were seen on the TV. So the things that got broadcasted.
Yeah, officials on specific objective aspects of the play or to address the game administration issues when clear and obvious videos evidence is present. Yeah, like we just
yeah, because some of us TiVo that shit and we could see it. We could go right back and we could watch it again. And you can't lie to us because we could post it all over online and make you look like jackasses. So that's what they want. But it was only going to be what was caught on camera.
Yeah, because if the foul was called as roughing the passer based only on a hit to the passer's head or neck area, and there's clear and obvious video evidence that the defender did not make any contact with the passer's head or neck area, the flag would be picked up.
Okay, yeah, so that's part of that.
If intentionally,
but there has to be video evidence, even though you were sitting on the front row and you saw it. It has to be like a real. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So that's going to be voted on.
I think that'll probably be would be implemented. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, Richie. Yes, Richie Fresh says, or we can find competent refs and not favorite. I mean, certain teams.
If we just see it on TV, how? Yeah, right.
Well, somebody's about to get banned. Okay, another one they were going to talk about is
the dynamic
touchbacks. So they want more run backs. So these punts and touchbacks and everything are boring as shit. Nobody likes it. They've decided what's going to make it safer, and they've decided to move a touchback all the way to the 35 now instead of the 30 to promote running it. Or I mean, to stop running it, I guess. So what they're going to do is they're going to make kickers kick it onto the field because you got a better chance to get down there and hit them, and then they can actually try to run it back.
So I can clarify this because I just looked it up. The competition committee is also seeking to make the dynamic kickoff, which debuted last season, permanent with some changes to the rule. Any touchback would result in a ball being placed at the 35 instead of at the 30. Last year's implementation of the new kickoff rule saw a 50% increase in kicks returns. 7 kickoffs were returned for touchdowns, and that's been the most since 2021. In the same proposal, onside kicks can be declared by the kicking team at any point during the game if trailing its opponent. Last year, the onside kick could only be declared by trailing the team in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like that's terrible, dude.
Mhm.
But now it could be just any time.
Yes.
Finally, we get to see some onside trick plays.
Yes.
Again. Okay, but everybody wants a big vote on the tush push, okay?
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna review it. I don't know if it's actually gonna go to a vote because like there's no injuries.
No, it's not. If there was injuries, that would probably make sense.
Yeah. If there was people going, oh, every time somebody did a tush push and there was an injury. I mean, that's the only way to do it. But then you got to have players flop like it's fucking soccer, dude. Can't stand soccer because they flop like little girls on that ground. I'm so hurt. And they jump up and run back to their own side.
Yeah. Here's the detail proposal right here.
That's shit. And if the NFL goes that way, I'm not going to be paying much attention anymore.
Right.
That is some sissy ass shit, dude. I mean, God love the women's soccer players because they kick some ass out there, and they ain't flopping around like sissies. They're out there kicking some butt.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope the NFL would at least be as cool as women's soccer, where there's nobody's flopping. That was messed up.
Yeah, so that tush push proposal right here, it says these proposals join the list of proposed rules. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And it says that among those were Green Bay's suggestion to ban the tush push, popularized by the Eagles. Philadelphia has a rule proposition of their own, looking to align postseason and regular season overtime rules to allow both teams an opportunity to possess the ball regardless of the outcome of the first overtime possession. The Detroit Lions have also submitted a rule change seeking to eliminate automatic first downs when penalized for defensive holding and illegal contact.
Wow. Now, bullshit. How about just don't grab onto the guy?
Yeah.
What about beat him athletically? You don't even have to put a hand on him. Jump up and get the fucking ball from him. Mm-hmm. Be on him so close that you're not touching him. But when that ball comes, jump up and get it. How about that? Instead of go, let us hold him. Nah, man, fucking do your job. Look, I'm all about defense. So I don't like it that there is a automatic first down when there's a holding. Even if the holding is behind the marker for the first down, it's still an automatic first down. Okay. I think that whole 10 yards, my line should be able to move that far because that's how far we're supposed to be going. Okay. Mm-hmm. Even if they're blocking. I don't care what they say. I think when a defender grabs hold of a receiver and basically tries to ride him like he's the receiver's backpack, he should get a fucking flag where it happened. Sorry, you're not a good enough defender to be on my team. Beat it. We want better guys. We want guys that don't have to hold. I mean, I want them to bring back safeties that smash people,
Yes.
I mean, come on, what are we doing here? I do not want somebody pushing the guy that has the ball because that's aiding or assisting a runner, which was always illegal when I was playing football, which apparently was 6,000 years ago. I just can't believe all of these little rules. Huh?
That's kidding. Like 40 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
That's not 1,000 years ago.
Feels like it. That was like 40 years ago. Damn. It hurts. But yeah, man, I mean, it's gotten out of line. Like all of this shit are we playing football or are we trying on fucking princess dresses and having these guys in the black and white stripes judge us on how pretty we look? The fuck is really going on? Shut those guys up. Let them play, but do your job. Don't hold. That's stupid, man. Don't assist the runner. That's stupid. You're just cheating, you know? I mean, come on, man. Don't gouge somebody's eye out. You know, when there's a pile, don't step on somebody's arm that's hanging out of the pile. That's cheating, you know? I mean, get back to what's real, man. It's a kid's game. What the fuck is going on? If you're gonna cheat, do it the way Lawrence Taylor did, and keep that offensive lineman and his buddy next to him up all night with hookers and cocaine.
Right.
That's my kind of cheating.
DTN pops in here.
What's up, DTN?
It's DTN. Wish I could chat with you, but not tonight. But however, he is going live tomorrow on Patriots Talk.
Nice, bro. I'll try to make it. Anthony said he wanted to open up the call-ins in about 4 minutes if you want to hop on and talk about your stuff, DTN. Sorry about my rant about football not being manly enough anymore.
Right. Richard Press says, how about the offsetting rule? Like if a Bills get a 10-yard penalty and the Jets get a 15-yard penalty, why not offset it and give the Bills an extra 5? Or whatever, you know. Like
it would just be the Bills gain 5 yards. So if the Bills only were to lose 10, but the Jets were supposed to lose 15, so that means just put the Bills 5 offsetting penalties. So when they do offsetting penalties, you're right, it does suck because one guy is a fucking all the way down the field and he gets held, and so the ball should be way the shit down there, but then all of a sudden this guy over here on your team
holds or does
something, and now it's offsetting penalties, and then they're just going to spot the ball again. It feels like refs use that one to make their fantasy football get better, you know.
Yeah, that's true, and that's how they dictate the game, you know. Like, oh, these guys are coming down there, they're getting it. We're gonna throw a flag.
Yeah, throw a flag. Well, I got him doing this too, though, so it's offsetting.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you don't get to penalize them. So
now you slow the tempo.
It's just a fucking do-over. Come on.
Yeah. Now you slow the tempo of the game so that they can get a breather.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, yeah. Now look at this. Ha! He doesn't get it.
So on the thumbnail that I put on this, I don't know if you noticed it, but it's a picture of basically what happens all of the time, but nobody sees it because it wasn't called. There's a chief getting blocked in the back. Illegal block in the back on it. So that was the thumbnail for it. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, okay, what's he doing here?
That's an illegal block in the back, dude. It's pretty funny to me.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs never. Yeah, we get all the calls, right?
You want to throw that link in now?
Oh no. Yeah, I will, dude. Hang on. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think I remembered. Boing. There it is.
I don't see it. Just kidding.
It should pop on there. I think I put it on there, right?
I'm joking.
Is it on there?
It's on there. It's on there. I was just joshing you.
Okay. Oh. Ah. There we go.
Need a special penalty for Juwan Taylor for his false starts. Motherfucker should get a trophy for that.
You know what, though? So, yeah, he had a lot of those, but if you looked across the league, man, there was a lot of other people doing it too. And yeah, Juwan got busted every time, but then he got better and he started doing it way less. It's just after he did it that first season for god dang, it felt like every single play.
Stop doing that.
Everybody was watching him like a hawk, man. Was he going to do it? Oh, he did it.
Or the whole move thing where they look up, down, and then they go again. It's like, what the hell is that?
It looks like DTA wants in here, and it looks like he's running for somebody.
What's up, guys?
Where are you running to?
Well, I'm heading back to my dorm, and I'm gonna chat with you for about 15 minutes to half an hour because I got to get this one particular stupid project done.
So you got a good story?
Nothing interesting. But what I do,
interesting. What about Diggs? Do you think Diggs is going to do any good, or do you think he's going to burn your butts?
I think that what me and Colby feared is that he might get the same treatment that Josh Allen got.
Yeah.
Because I think what was it? I
Josh
know
Allen,
Anthony
the
knows.
defender?
Like when he had a argument with Josh Allen, I think towards the very end of his time in Buffalo. I don't know if that would happen to Drake May, considering that both Drake May and Josh Allen somewhat have the same talents. But yeah, I was more on like the middle to not confident about it.
Drake May's brand new at this, buddy. I don't know. Anybody that's got a quarterback has the same power.
Yeah.
But saying that Drake May is already up there with Josh Allen is kind of a reach, bro. This is an outside looking in. You can't quite do that yet.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I think me and Jamie were talking about the last year that Diggs was a Buffalo Bill. I told Jamie, and Jamie said the same thing to me, is that Buffalo's offense was too predictable. You knew what was going to happen. And I knew what was going to happen towards the end of the season. That's why they fell on their face.
We knew who to cover.
When Diggs left, Buffalo, I mean, you could kind of see, I guess, in a sense, what was going to happen in Buffalo, but you didn't know if they were going to run the ball, pass the ball. But they didn't. But we didn't have a number one wide receiver. But majority of it was to Shakir. We got Cooper cut. Or Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Who's that behind you?
But there was not really a solidified number one receiver for Buffalo last year. So that's what made us, in my opinion, a lot more competitive in these football games, and what gave it and what made us into the AFC Championship.
And that was under Ken Dorsey, right? As your offensive coordinator at the time.
Oh yeah, Ken Dorsey with Diggs the last year. Now that we have Joe Brady, it's getting better. But
I'll be right back.
Yeah, but I do believe with Stephon Diggs with the Patriots, and you having Drake May and all that, I'm wondering if it's going to be hey, give it to Diggs, give it to Diggs, give it to Diggs. Everybody knows it's going to go to Diggs. Can they spread the ball out? Can they make it more competitive to where it's like, hey, are they going to give it to Diggs? Well, who are they going to give it to? What's going on with Matt Collins? I heard some stuff with Matt Collins. Is he having some issues? I heard there was some drug. He didn't pass his drug test or something happened. He fell, but I
don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay attention to that, Anthony. I wish I knew about the. I did not know about this situation, so I don't know all the information. What I do know is that Stephon. What I do know is that with Stephon Diggs, we were talking. Me and the other Patriots fans, we were talking about who's going to be the odd man out since our wide receiver room is so crowded.
Yeah.
Anthony, what did he get? What did he test positive for?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was I didn't really look at the article because it popped up on my phone, but then I was working, so I couldn't really read it because I was stuff.
So, being a guy that loves defense, I think performance-enhancing drugs should be allowed. I want to see somebody just get broken in half. But only for defense. Nope, fuck the offense. You guys can't have any performance-enhancing drugs. Only the defense gets them. Perfect scenario.
Interesting. I never heard any. Do you know who wrote the article, Anthony?
No, I don't remember. I don't know. I just seen something. It was screenshotted or not screenshotted, but I had a news thing that came up, but it could have been just a fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, don't trust unqualified, unproved sources.
You guys, I have one more thing that we have to get through before I'm done pestering you boys about this stuff. Then another one of the rule things. I think it was Cleveland that wanted to rank playoff teams. I think it was Cleveland that was saying, "Hey, if we rank them," but
By what, the record or
yeah,
by?
yeah, something like that. But then,
I would agree in some aspects.
so they were talking about that when there was 14 games, right?
Okay.
But then it kind of discounts what you did within your division, which kind of pisses me off because if you're good enough to win your division, that should be your game in the divisional round, right?
Maybe a wild card. Yeah.
It just drives me up the wall that they want to change that and put rankings in.
Well, what's crazy is that if you win your division and it's say you're 7-10, and then you got to go face a team that's 13-3.
Look, I don't give a shit. The only place the ranking matters is, are you at home or not in the AFC Championship?
Okay.
Fuck the rest. You got there, your foot's in the door, play a goddamn game. I don't care if it's home or away.
Mm-hmm.
You should have just won you should have won your division, and you should have had a better winning record than the other team for when you're in the championship.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, sorry, cry me a fucking river that you weren't good enough. Now you want to change a rule to make you get a goddamn home game. Fuck that, dude. You should have beat the Packers or whatever it is, like you know what I mean? But maybe you should have just beat the Packers. Win your fucking division. Quit your crying. You're in the playoffs, so there it is. What up, Chris 716? There he is.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
Richie
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna switch over to my laptop. So
okay, buddy. Bye.
I'm gonna hold on.
I'll just shut you down here and then turn you on when you come in with the laptop. Boom.
Yeah, the times these teams
Is this
win
you
the
on the
division
laptop?
at like 9-8.
Yeah, I was on my phone, so I'm
There it is.
not on my laptop.
That's not the laptop? I'm glad you made it home okay.
You look like you're running from somebody that was.
I think I just had my YouTube stream on, so I just had to fix that. It was the same issue that I had when I tried to get on the AFC East Roundtable for the first time. Probably because there's like feedback from like the YouTube stream that I had to like either exit it out, and then when I went on the Colby stream for the first time, it sounded more crisp than what happened during the first time. But yeah,
So yeah, Richie Fresh says the times these teams win division at like 9-8, that's not enough to change to make the rule change or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You shouldn't get the home field advantage unless you won your division in the divisional round. In the wild card round, I mean, sorry, you're a wild card. You didn't win your fucking division. I mean, I'll stand by that right there. The Chiefs, we had to just sit out if we didn't win the division sometimes. Sorry. I mean, yeah, there's been times when the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders were all so much better than the Chiefs that,
Back in the 80s.
But what was that game? Come on, Anthony. What was that game where the guys had to play away? And they had the better record.
That was this past year. That was
the
Lion
or the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings.
Was it the Vikings? Or was it the Commanders game? I don't remember.
It was the Vikings game. That was this past year.
Yeah. Give your nuts a tug and go win your fucking division. Should have just beat the Packers. That's what I said.
Or they should have beat the Detroit Lions and then
whoever it was. I don't know, but
they needed to beat the Detroit Lions to get the division, and Detroit just walked all over them.
Mm-hmm.
So
should have just won it, then there wouldn't have been anything to worry about.
Yeah.
And why is Cleveland, or is it Cleveland that suggested that rule change?
Cleveland.
For some reason, I thought it was Cleveland.
What rule change are you talking about?
About the rankings, so that.
Oh, that was the. Oh, I think it was the Lions that proposed the playoff thing. I think it was the Lions.
That sounds to me like the Lions appeasing someone. oh yeah, we'll propose a rule change. So I doubt that even gets voted on. Appeasements don't usually get voted on. That's just to go, hey, sorry. Yeah, should just beat the Lions. Then they wouldn't have to try to appease you with some bullshit fake rule change thing. That's it. That's the only rule change things I got so far. So I think just the touchback moving, that rule change, and then the replay assist thing.
Oh, there's one rule change I noticed that it was mentioned. It has to do something with this one particular touchdown celebration that CeeDee Lamb did. It has to do with the nose.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right. They're saying like he tokened it so you can't touch your nose anymore or you get demonetized. Well, I'm in
you're gonna get a fine, $50,000 fine right here.
I'm in my 50s. I've been touching my nose for 55 years, CeeDee Lamb. Fuck off. You know, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, man. God damn. What the fuck is wrong with people? You know, I'm gonna trademark this. So there, every time I do this, that should be trademarked from now on.
What's next?
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna allow everyone to do this every time CeeDee Lamb walks by.
Yeah, go to Jerry World and do that in front of CeeDee.
Fuck, dude. What? Who the fuck is this wiener that's gonna try to tell me I can't touch my fucking nose on my podcast? Doing. Fuck you, dude. This is America, motherfucker. I'll go to court with you because you're infringing upon my rights and you're hurting my feelings while you're doing it. Sorry.
It's
no fun league, no surprise, Richie Fresh.
Jamie said wiener. It sounds like a wiener would try to say nobody else gets to touch their nose.
Oh, there's this one comment.
What if the guy did it last year?
We need a special penalty for Jawan Taylor for his false starts.
I got a question for you. Whenever we do the DUI test, are we not allowed to touch our nose?
Oh, nope, can't do it anymore. I'm sorry, officer. Fucking that wiener, CeeDee Lamb, said that I'm not allowed to do it anymore. Who the fuck is this guy? He's not famous.
Hey,
he's mediocre at best.
We're getting us out of the DUI at least.
So he's got what? One touchdown?
Not that I encourage
that he did this on?
I don't have no idea.
So it's CeeDee Lamb. He's not a Hall of Famer. So I don't care what he says.
Right.
Sorry.
Not that I encourage drinking and drugs.
1,000 times, and I hope I meet him because I'm going to go, free country, where the fuck do you think you are, you know? Who do you think you are? You're mediocre at best. Obviously, nobody else wants you. Where are you playing, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. That pisses me off.
CeeDee had a little lamb.
It sounds like if he's that sensitive that he's the only one that gets that touch his nose, he's a little lamb. That's bullshit, dude. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. Don't you ever, man. Because I ain't telling you, you know? I don't say, Anthony, you can't do this. I just go, look what Anthony's doing. Right?
Yeah. Look at that guy.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Do you see what he's doing this time? But I ain't telling nobody you can't do something because it's mine. Goodness. What a wiener. What a wiener. Dude, for real. That's a wiener move.
It is.
My God. Such a wiener move. That's almost a wiener move as big as bringing your book to a playoff game. Or a Super Bowl, whatever that was. That guy that brought his book, that was a wiener move.
I felt like that just got blown out of proportion than what it was. Who cares if Who cares if somebody's reading on the sideline? Does it matter?
It's pretty stupid. Like, why aren't you paying attention to the game?
Well, that too.
Like, seriously, you're gonna bring your book. What is this, Oprah? Get the fuck out of here, Wiener.
He doesn't play defense, so
I'll never read the book because of that, dude. I was like, Wiener move. Never gonna buy that book. Wiener move. Look at this. I bet you CD Lamb almost tries to beat him out for a Wiener of the Year next year.
Lord have mercy.
Also, last Sunday actually made another appearance on Connor's live stream again. Wow. This time it was on his next gen Jets with him.
You didn't even mention me either. I was watching.
I forgot.
Don't give me your shit, dude.
But
bro, I've told you. I got you guys started on the Connor train, and not one of you guys pimps my show. Not one of them.
No, I joined just because I had questions. I just had
questions.
Oh,
give me your excuses some more.
Very funny.
You're just breaking my heart. You're just breaking my heart.
I'm not trying to break your heart, Jamie. But
you're breaking my heart. Why would you do this to me?
Bruh.
I thought we were like this, bro. Like this and stuff. Who's that behind you?
What are you talking about?
No,
that was
I'm
my
kidding, man. That's a nice dark neighborhood you walk by. Where are you going to school?
Somewhere in South Massachusetts. Somewhere in South Massachusetts.
Did they teach you ever how to say Massachusetts? Wrong school.
Say Massachusetts.
That's a tongue twister by itself, anyway. Massachusetts.
Yeah. Richard Fresh comes in here. Who's y'all's dark horse to win the division? And it can be any division, but thoughts.
I'll do AFC. I'll do AFC South. So like my dark horse to win a division in the AFC South could be the Colts, because Texans, yeah, they do have a good defense, but with the loss of Laramie Tunsil and Kenyon Green, and then new additions to their offensive line, I don't trust what Nick Caserio is doing for CJ Stroud. Like, I don't know what the offense is going to look like without Laramie Tunsil. Then again, there's going to be no penalties, but Trent Brown, in my opinion, that they signed, he's not good at. We had him, and he was a liability of blocking.
All right, I'll go. NFC West, I picked the Seahawks to take the division, but my dark horse is the Cardinals to sneak on us all. And then probably lose the divisional round. I think the Cardinals could take the West. That's my dark horse.
I'm picking
if you say Atlanta, I'm going to drive to your house and kick
I already said Atlanta. I said Atlanta's going to win that division.
Oh, that's not a dark horse then.
That's not a dark horse. And I said the Colts are going to win the division.
I was going to drive over there and get you.
No, honestly, maybe the dark horse, it would I mean,
you say the fucking Broncos, I would be driving to your house too, goddammit.
Right?
Say the Jets. Say the Jets. Come on, say the Jets.
Jets.
A dark horse would probably be Seattle, man. I mean,
you think but I thought you picked Seattle.
No, I picked the Rams to win that division.
Oh, so you're picking my actual division pick as your dark horse? What is?
I don't know, man.
Who let this guy? Who let this guy in here? Oh, that was me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I picked. Okay, so my like from this past Sunday, I have Washington, the Packers, the Falcons, and the Rams, and then I have the Bills, Bengals, Colts, and Chiefs.
All right, so I got Eastern boys here. I'm going to explain a little something to you guys. In the last 7 years, there's a reason the Chiefs keep going. there is a big reason that we did not do well last year, but we were still 15-2, which is goddamn beautiful. If you're gonna have a shit season, 15-2. Well, actually, what 17-3, right? By the time the Super Bowl was over, so yeah, we lost the Super Bowl, but all those holes that we had, we fixed in free agency. So we're coming into the draft in this position that you wish you could be in. We're coming into a draft. We can do whatever we want. We got free reign. Our team is fixed already. Everybody's signed. Everybody's there. We know we got the guys. We can make another run. This draft is just whoever we feel like is the best for that round. We don't have to do any trades. It's kind of an amazing situation too, because it's rare that a team is able to do this and not really worry too much about who you're taking in the draft. So what we can do is just take the best player available every single pick. Not many teams get to do that. You guys are hustling. You guys are worried about who you're going to take. The Chiefs are set up. We're going to the playoffs again, most likely going to another championship again. I hope another Super Bowl. Because going to 4 in a row and winning 3 of the 4 sounds pretty goddamn tasty to me, baby. So I don't think the Chargers are a legit dark horse, especially how they lost a lot of their high caliber players. The Raiders probably not going to be able to get it together this year with the whole Pete Carroll changes and all of the team changes. And I think the Broncos might regress just a little bit because Bo Nix will have a sophomore slump. And then all of the Denver fans in the entire metropolitan Denver area are going to blame the quarterback like they always do. And so there's not going to be someone from the West that's a dark horse at all. The Chiefs are going to win the division. We're going to the playoffs. And God forbid you have to play us in the playoffs too. Mm-hmm. We don't fuck around when it comes to playoffs, man. I got some coaches. Yeah. I got some coaches that can't rein in guys and make them stop being Hollywood so they can win a fucking Super Bowl. But hey, as long as we keep getting there, a couple more will fall to us.
I'll give you a real dark horse. Hang
on a second. Let's see what Richie says. Yeah. What is that? Let's go. Ooh, the Bengals is a good one.
I don't know about the Bengals considering how defense is horrific. I like their offense, but not the defense.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with wild card. I've always been like most of my life was praying to get a wild card, brother. He says, Jamie, if you guys somehow get a wild card spot, like, what's to be upset? You know, like, what's to be upset with getting a wild card as a Chiefs fan? No way, dude. As a real Chiefs fan, especially one that's been around for, over half of a century, wild card is just tasty as shit, dude. If you could make a wild card, yeah, foot in the door, right? I just think that a lot of folks think the Chiefs are done, and this is going to be a continuing dynasty until Mahomes and Reed and everybody are gone. Because I think we're going to lose Kels this year after the season. Probably Spags and Reed. But I don't think the team will be over even then. I think it'll be some new coaches stepping up, and then maybe we have to hustle a few wild cards, But I think we're still going to be getting there. We'll still be a contender. It's that after the season money, man. All those playoff games are big money, and these guys understand it, and they've got a good system going on. What's he say here? Yeah, they really did. They really have accomplished a shit ton, bro. I'm pretty happy with it too, because it was a lot of not being happy with my team before this, you know. And now I just see what they do, man. It's a big chess match. All of this stuff. The drafts were always a big chess match up until this year. This is where it all. It's just like it's like when it's really stormy and then you see all those rays of sunshine come down through the clouds just in that one spot, right? That's what it feels like is going on in Kansas City right now. I think we're going to end up getting a brand new stadium that's as good as like the SoFi Stadium and like the State Farm Stadium. I think this year we're going to make another run for another ring, maybe even get it. We've got guys. We've got real good guys. If we can keep the fucking rookies from screwing up and going to jail. We got great coaches. We got a boss owner. I think this is a perfect storm for Kansas City to have a dynasty for another 6 or 7 years, really. And I think the Bills are going to take one of our rings from us. See you in the championship, Richie Fresh. How's that? What did you say here? Uh-oh, it's going to be sweet. You think it's going to be this year you take the championship? Okay. That'll be cool. What's up, DTN?
Yes, sir.
Are you Googling all the bitchin' moves the Chiefs made in free agency?
Nah. I'm probably looking at what the Jets are doing, even though considering the fact that I keep an eye on, even though like I don't like the Jets, but I consider following like some good Jets content creators like Jets Central, Matt O'Leary, even Connor. And I know that I tend to look at Richie's channel every now and then, but I just like the other content creators because sometimes they talk real, but then with Richie, I know Richie's antics on the AFC's roundtable, and it's for the show, even though I tend to make it sound like
what are his antics?
I don't know, trying to be. Nah, I'm not gonna say.
What are his antics, man?
Trying to be.
I've been Richie Mulara's fan, like, and friend for years, bro. Years. And I don't understand his antics. What do you mean by antics?
Like, trying to be like everybody in the chat, everybody in the AFC East Roundtable chat saying that Richie's delusional, and then trying to do this just so he can win a debate
because he loves his team. That's so funny. You guys have
Richie
been
Richie and TD
so
being
long
funny.
that you don't even realize you're doing it anymore.
Anthony. Oh, Anthony, you said that you think the Carolina Panthers could be a dark horse. I could see it. I could see that. If they originally got the deal for Milton Williams, it would have been a different story for the defense. I think the defense has improved a lot.
So the way that Richie and T, so I don't want to sit and gossip about my friends because I like all those guys. Those are my friends, you guys. We've hung out and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. And so straight up, it's a show.
It's the show.
It's a show. Like, we all play characters. We play our own characters. I'm like a comedic sports guy on YouTube. I don't remember how exactly they coined it, but somebody coined it and said I was a comedic sports personality or something. And I think that's because I get silly sometimes. But I try to keep it straight, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit and harsh on anybody else's team and stuff. But I will check you and let you know that maybe you're stepping across a boundary when you're saying, "Oh, the Chiefs are gonna suck," and you're not gonna make your own division because who the fuck is gonna beat us, you know? was this? Oh, they cool. What's he say?
No, they cool as hell, but it's a show. Character is the best way to put it.
It is, dude. That's all we're doing. We're just playing our little characters. I mean, honestly, off this, Anthony's a fucking wild man. He's like Animal from the fucking Muppet Show. But he gets on a screen and he gets nervous as shit and he just sits there all quiet. He's been doing it since he was doing the call-ins on the AFC East. You guys remember? He's like, I don't remember what to say, but
I went at freaking.
when you get him down to the bar, he's Animal from the fucking Muppet Show. Woman, and he just all
the time. I only see Anthony's good side. I never see his wild side ever. I only see Anthony's good side.
Well, we save that. We save a lot of that for the biker bar, bro. Get on the biker bar. Anthony turns it up a notch.
But yeah, yesterday I did take a peek at the AFC towards the end of the live stream of the AFC's roundtable, and I know that I saw you, Anthony, trying to take part of the giveaway of wanting to get the free membership, and
I jumped in. Cool. I'll buy a membership for those guys. That's cool.
I thought about this, and I wondered if maybe we should put some money in and get King Losky in for 1 month to do that $50.
You know what? Let's so the next round table do this. Ask Richie if enough people in the chat buy a donation for like $2, $5, whatever it costs, and we get over $50 on that the little
the spin wheel
super chat thing. If we can get $50, and if everybody just puts for Losky or King Losky on it, if they'll get him the put him on the Patreon thing so he can call in.
Yeah, I would love
That's
to. That's
what we want. We want Losky to get on there and tell Darth Vader to back the fuck up a little bit,
I may be personal with Losky, but then at the same time, Losky's he's a cool guy. I know we're chill. We're just doing it for the show.
I like him, dude. He's funny, and he plays a funny character, and his character kind of took over when Master at Work left. So you need an antithesis. You need a nemesis, right? Everybody needs that the guy they can go at. And Losky, he's just like, bring it to me.
I thought about just donating the $50 and say, hey, look, this is for King Losky.
I mean, for real, like, here, this is to buy Losky the membership so we can watch him call in, or like, hey, let's put up a pot that here where if we get enough donations, can this guy call it?
Yeah.
Instead of everybody just like buying a $5 thing for just some random fucking guy, if everybody just pitches in a $5 super chat
for King
Losky. Can we make it so DTN can call in, or so Richie?
Anybody
can call in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It will just depend on if I'm available in the evenings, but like.
Why is it always got to be about you, DTN? We were talking about Losky.
Oh no! I heard my name, but I was like, with Losky, I know everybody wants.
Anthony got it.
I don't understand. I don't take.
Upset. I'm gonna tease.
I'm not upset. I don't understand. I don't understand that.
Yes, I agree, Richie Fresh. We need to.
Next Wednesday, let's bring it to their attention.
Do it, and then like whoever brings this to their attention, say we talked about this on Jamie's show.
Because we love you guys.
Let me see because we love you guys.
Let me see who want to call. JD, LaSalle, King Losky. One person that I think should have made it. One person that I would have enjoyed a lot more. Andy.
Andy's
Andy on there?
fun, dude. I like Andy. I like Andy too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because he plays that one particular character that makes me laugh a lot.
He goes at them. He goes at those boys. He goes like he's a heavy hitter for sure.
He has this particular character whenever it comes to like TV's delusional.
You guys, a few years ago, Richie would just like send me an email and be like, "Call in," and now he's just like, "Oh look, Jamie's here." Like he's just ignoring me. I feel so alone. Yeah, we are a tight knit community for sure, and I like it that they've allowed me to be, as a Chiefs fan, as an outsider looking in, part of, kind of a little bit of part of the growing of that show. That was fun. That was very fun for me. And I hope all well for everybody that's on it. They got like fucking 200 employees now, for God's sakes. I can't keep them straight, man. I'm hopping around from roundtable show to roundtable show, and
Yeah, they have a lot
it's
of.
like, holy shit, who are these guys? Oh, these are the guys from the north, or oh shit, they got guys from the south over here, and I'm like, cool, hi guys, Oh, look, I got a wrench on your show too. But I try to keep it sane, let's not attack each other. We keep it. I like it how we do it here, always have. We keep it pretty funny. Like, you can tease me. I could take it, as long as you put the little smiley face and I can see the context that you're bro teasing me, Like, it's okay to have fun with your bros. I tease Anthony all the time. He can't take it very well because when we go to the bar and he turns into fucking Animal from the Muppet Show, he comes at me, Yeah.
Sure.
All right, boys. I'm going to leave you two together for just a minute. Don't get out of hand. I don't want to have to punish people or nothing.
I'm not jumping through any tables. So
Don't jump through no fucking tables. Well, I'm going to go visit the
latrine.
Yeah.
When is the NFL draft? April what?
24th. That's a Thursday night.
Man,
so maybe I could join this show if Cole. So basically, if I know correct, Colby said that I will take part. I will join his if he's not busy doing work. I obviously can join his draft party. But if he has work, like say has to do the bleacher or whatever it's called, I would definitely join this call because I know for a fact that everybody's anticipating this draft. 4 weeks.
What's crazy. Yeah, what's crazy is that there's the quarterback. There's no quarterback really coming out of the NFL draft except maybe one or two. This is not a quarterback draft year. This is probably going to be more of a defense.
Oh, definitely. Similar to 2022.
It's all going to be defense this year, I think. I don't think it's going to be any offense. If there is, it might be a steal, if they turn out to be great. Because I know they were talking about some receivers. Dan was talking about, a couple receivers that are in the draft that could look good. But I would like to see a Buffalo draft. I would like to see defense for the first two games.
Defense 100%. I know that edge is going to be extremely popular.
Yeah. And
I know that you need an edge rusher.
We need somebody because we don't have Vaughn now. So, and I don't know if Vaughn's going to go back to Denver or what's going on with that. He's still a free agent, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Have to grab another barley pop or three.
Wait, so Anthony, the Buffalo Bills have like 10 draft picks, right? Because I know Patriots have 9, but Bills have 10. Yeah.
I think so.
Because I know the
bragging about how many draft picks you guys get. God damn it!
I know the ones that have like 11. I think it's Baltimore. I know it's Baltimore.
They got 11 picks.
Baltimore has 11 picks.
Well, we don't even need them. Like, if some good guys are available, sweet, we'll grab them. And then good luck, but you're going to have to produce,
Yeah.
Brett Veach likes to do this cool thing that I call a recall draft. So year 3, when a guy didn't work on another team, but he's one of them that we really wanted in the draft. Year 3, when nobody's going to pay him, we go recall him and then we train him our way, and they turn out. Hence Drew Tranquil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we pick up these guys and that we really wanted, like Joe Tooney. We really wanted him in the draft. We didn't have those picks because we have the shittiest pick every goddamn year for the last 7 years, 6 years, 7 years,
I think what could happen too this year with a lot of teams that might not really need that many people because they did a lot of in free agency is like Buffalo, like the people that have like cap issues, right? I think they could obviously. I think they're going to end up trading for maybe up or down and try to get more draft picks, more draft capita. You know what I mean, to speak, or even maybe set themselves up in the future for the next year or the year after that. It could happen. I could see a lot of trading and draft picks this year, either going up or down, or maybe
I mean,
modifying.
I've been wondering who the hell is going to be making trades so they can get that Arch Manning kid.
Oh, Arch Manning.
Think about it, dude. There's a lot of people probably making draft trades right now looking at next year.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of teams out there that they're going to have to do something to set themselves up for the next year or two.
I can think of multiple teams. I can think of Cleveland, Giants, New Orleans, since I don't know about Derek Carr's situation, and Tennessee.
God damn it, dude.
And maybe Las
Could
Vegas.
Arch
He
Manning
won't go to Cleveland.
Tennessee Titan?
He will not go to Cleveland.
Oh, don't remind me about Cleveland. I know how many. It's like a.
No, that's just it. He's a Manning. So they think that they could just write their own tickets.
Yeah, that's what.
He's literally gonna say no to fucking Cleveland, bro. He'll do just like Eli did. No, I'm not going there. Which I think is bullshit, but at the same time, God dang, dude, if I was going to get stuck at a team that I know is just going to be a worthless shit tank my whole career, I don't know if I want to go either. I might just say, nah, I'm going to go work at the hardware store.
Yeah. Well, Richard Fresh says, yeah, no way Buffalo picks 10 players this year. We're either moving up or packaging something for the following years.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs are packaging for sure, but we've already packaged. We've got picks for next year as well already. Anyway,
Yeah.
Good God. We're trading guys out to make moves to save us money, to still beef up the team in the positions that we're hurting. We might be losing a little bit of talent in a couple of positions, but they were positions that were solid as shit already and deep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, hopefully Buffalo makes some good moves, but I don't think it's going to be you guys going for Arch Manning. You guys have a Josh Allen.
Well, yeah, of course. But there's some other teams out there. Tennessee.
I got a feeling that the Giants are going to try to take Arch Manning.
It has to be living his. I don't know if it's his uncle or I think it's uncle.
Eli.
Uncle Eli. That'd be bitching having Eli Manning as my uncle, dude. Fuck you guys.
Another Manning.
Another team I can think of
What you say? Having Eli Manning as my uncle, I would be so happy, dude.
Another team I can think of is New Orleans.
Except then I'd have that Manning 5-head. They don't have a 4-head; they have a 5-head.
Right. Well, it starts with a 4-head, and then it grows into a 5.
Yeah, because they get too much football knowledge in there, and it makes their head swell.
Yeah.
They're so smart at it, though. Those Mannings are geniuses at football, dude. Great quarterbacks, all of them. And I heard that Arch was a pretty talented kid. Probably going to be a great system quarterback. And if you know his uncles, they're probably just feeding him all kinds of information.
Yeah.
Dude. Like they're probably, dude, those two guys are probably literally setting this kid up to just pretty much be able to read any defense out there.
Yeah, Arch Manning is the son of Cooper Manning, the elder.
And I was told Cooper was a really goddamn good
Wide receiver.
player too.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver. He was really great until he got hurt, and then he couldn't play anymore.
I heard he was probably the most athletic of them all.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. And so then the most athletic of them all, his kid is a quarterback coming up. Wow.
And then Peyton Manning and Eli Manning wore his number in college, 18.
Cool, man.
Whatever it was. I think I think it was number 18, Arch Manning.
Yeah, I mean, that was Grandpa's name too, right? Arch.
Yeah, that's Archie
Grandpa
Manning,
too, right?
Yeah, it is the grandpa. Yeah, it was the dad of Cooper Manning. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, great.
What's that? Bronny James. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say he just because of the name he's gonna be good. Is that what he's saying here?
How about we can watch this year? He plays for the Texas Longhorns. We'll see how he does with Texas.
I mean, didn't he do okay last year? Like he was just still kind of a.
I think he was still on the bench, but I think
right?
he came at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the year that Arch Manning has to make his case on why he's going to be in the draft next year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Simple as that. You know, this is Arch Manning's year in Texas to prove to everybody that he can play quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's as good.
And I'm not saying just because he's a Manning though, he's going to be good though.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to figure
he has two.
I mean, yeah, he's got two
quarterback position
MVPs and ring bearers.
Yes.
Always every family reunion saying, "Hey, check this out." You know, probably at his house all the time and shit. I mean, probably go to all of his games and everything cool like that too. You know,
Peyton's probably telling him, "Hey, don't listen to Eli. Listen to me."
Eli's like, "Fuck that."
And Eli's doing the same to him. Don't listen to Peyton. Listen to me.
I enjoy the Manning cast.
I do too. I think
I've seen a couple of them that I really enjoyed, but there was a few of those that I was just like, I am not into this one. You know.
Yeah.
But I do like almost every time I see Eli on there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really like Eli Manning. I don't care what anybody says. I've always really liked him, dude. I think he's genuine and nice and funny too, like pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, good humor. He can take it. He gets his ribs from Peyton all the time. You know, Peyton's always ribbing him, and he takes it well. You know. I like him. I think he carries himself well in those kind of situations, even when
he's the youngest, and he's probably the toughest.
Dude, and he gets it. He gets Peyton right back, dude. That's pretty cool. He doesn't let no shit go by. He'll dig him right back. You know, that's pretty funny. I respect the dude. I'd like to cheers a beer with Eli Manning someday.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And Peyton actually, because
both of them.
As much as he was my fucking bane. as much as I rooted for him to lose because of you know, but as much as that, I still, god dang, dude, he's a Hall of Famer and he's awesome.
Yeah,
very funny, Richie Fresh. Very funny.
What's up? Very funny. What is this?
I know my friend who is a Giants fan. He said that his favorite game is one of those two games.
Very funny, very funny.
I lived in Orlando when the Giants beat the Patriots, and I'll tell you what, the neighborhood woke up when the Giants won because I was hooting or hollering in that neighborhood.
I was like,
were they like throwing flares at cop cars and shit like the Eagles fans?
No, well, this was in Orlando, so it wasn't in. I wasn't in New York for that, but no, my neighbors heard me when the Giants won.
Oh, you woke them up. Oh, okay, I get it. Animal came out, huh?
and my coworker was a huge Patriot, or he still is, huge Patriots fan, and he was at my house when we were watching it, so it was interesting.
I think I'm gonna I'm gonna find a thumbnail of like Gonzo and Animal from the Muppet Show and use that as one of our fucking stream thumbnails.
Nice. Oh man, I can't wait for this draft to happen. I can't wait for the offseason
There's
workout.
still plenty of moves to be made before
I know.
the draft, dude.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, is he going to play? Is he not? Von
DTN,
Miller?
Yes,
where
sir.
the fuck is Aaron Rodgers gonna go? Because
Where-
I know where he should go.
Retired.
Yeah,
It's obvious.
and I
Nobody
think
wants to see
it
that.
rhymes with retirement home.
Where all these old quarterbacks should go.
I think the schedule does come out after the draft.
Yeah, it comes out sometime in like May.
You think Rodgers will go to the Steelers?
I doubt that.
That's a good possibility.
Really? Why? Everybody else is on the big bandwagon that's the last place he gets to try.
Unless Steelers do something stupid and go look into the draft.
That would probably be their best move.
They need to look into the draft.
Since they got Mason Rudolph again.
Well, not just because of Mason either. Because he's not terrible, dude. He did pretty well with that team. But the Steelers are going to do well, like I say, with anybody. But if the Steelers go draft someone, it might be beneficial to bring in a veteran quarterback. But the Steelers don't need all Rodgers' bullshit. They're too good of a franchise to need a guy that goes, oh, we're going to have to do it my way. Sorry, dude. Hit the fucking bricks, you know? Go back
And
to
the
your
next thing is
retirement
bring
home.
in his coaches.
Start a podcast, and then you and that fucking kicker from the one team can just hang out all the time.
Pat McAfee.
I wasn't going to say no names.
Oh, sorry.
That guy could probably pick me up over his head. He could
Rodgers
probably pick me
for
up
the
over his
Colts?
head and chuck me over his backyard fence, dude.
Yeah, but
he
the
did
Colts
play in the
picked up-
NFL. I ain't fucking around.
But the Colts actually picked up who's that quarterback that was with the Giants last year?
Danny Pennies.
Rodgers to
Daniel
the
Jones.
Colts.
Daniel Jones went to the Colts. That's right.
Rodgers to the Colts. Richardson
I
getting tired and taking off plays. Never know.
Yeah. Get in there, hurry.
If you think Rodgers can win a division with the Colts, I don't think so. I think the only reason he wanted the Vikings so bad was because he saw that the team was good enough to carry his ass. And he could go on all of his fucking darkness retreats, skip all the practices, not get to know anybody, and they would still be able to make playoffs with his old fucking wore out ass, man.
Or is it to complete the leg? What is it? To complete the circle with him and Brett Favre?
Well, yeah, and this Vikings team could actually probably go and get Super Bowl and everything, right?
Without the man.
But without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but without him. So the Vikings did what I respect the most, and they said, no thanks, we're driving, you know? Like, no thanks, I'm driving.
Our guy.
Shit, man. I just think if the Steelers did that, there's no way they're taking all of Rodgers' baggage with him because he wanted to bring, like, Hackett and a whole bunch of bullshit along. Fuck that, man. Like, why in the hell would we need Hackett if we're the Steelers? That team is just every year over 500. Every year they're good. And what happens if Rodgers goes there and they're bad ones?
Right.
Is that going to shine on Tomlin? He ain't going to put up with no shit like that, man. He ain't going to fall for no banana in the tailpipe.
Even if the Steelers get above 500, it's still going to be through Baltimore, since Baltimore, they're always every now and then.
They're not always, because the Steelers have 6 rings, and there's a reason for that. And that's because Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Baltimore sucked butt for like 20 goddamn years. Baltimore is pretty good now that they got the Harbaugh, but they're not good enough. I mean, ask the Bills, ask the Chiefs. You know, Baltimore is not good enough. They've been weighed and they've been measured and they've been found wanting. I believe they're still going to be up there because they're just goddamn good, dude. They got really good guys there. They got pretty good coaching. Not the best, but goddamn, them Harbaughs are pretty damn good, you know? I just can't see that Baltimore's the big threat. I think the big threat is that one and done, kind of like what the Bengals just did a couple years ago. That one and done thing. That's the biggest threat. The Steelers are a perennial, so they bloom every year. Every year. You don't have to replant them. They're going to bloom next year too. They're just a goddamn good, solid AFC team. That's like if you wanted to put the teams that are just always there in one tier, it's going to be just Pittsburgh. You know, I mean, other than that, the Patriots used to just be always there. Now the Chiefs are just always there, but who's always been there too? I mean, Pittsburgh. They're always good, dude. So it fucking sucks because I'm in the AFC too, you know? Like,
right.
It wasn't always this fun watching Pittsburgh, you know, like because they used to just beat the shit out of everybody, you know? Like everybody all the time. That is one hell of a franchise, bro. And much respect. If you could take a franchise and just be that kind of a tank, you know, that's like a German Tiger tank, man. It's just going to keep rolling towards you. You know, I mean, you can shoot the shit out of that thing. It's just going to keep coming at you. I mean,
I like what Richie Fresh says at the bottom here, and then we could probably talk about it. His question.
This one?
Yes, it's hilarious if you think about it. These guys, the Ravens, on paper should have been to a Super Bowl by now in the Jackson era. Truth is, everybody wants the Bills Chiefs every year, and I'm okay with that.
You know, that does seem like it too, because we really put on the greatest shows, man. I mean, every goddamn time. I don't think I've seen any better shows than the ones we put on. You guys get us in the regular season, it feels like, and then we get you in the playoffs. And probably going to happen again this year, boys. So get ready for your regular season win.
It's up in the air. We'll see what happens.
You just get ready for your regular season win, Anthony.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
DTN.
Yes, sir.
Have a great night, little brother.
Have a great night. I gotta get some work done.
Right on, bro. I'll see you tomorrow on your stream.
But just to let you know, I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be live tomorrow with my other Patriots fan. We just gotta coordinate of how his
What time are you gonna go on, man? I'll jump on.
I'm gonna be I think it's sometime around like 8 or 9.
8 or 9 Eastern?
8 or 9 Eastern.
American?
What else?
Eastern Standard.
Around the same time where the AFC East Roundtable used to do their live stream on every Wednesday at 8.
Right. So Friday night, about 8 or 9 Eastern. I'll watch for you, bro. If you post it, I'm subbed to you, so I'll hit a notification.
Yeah, I just hope everybody in the Patriots community knows about that. Just
remember, bro, if I don't make it, I'm probably getting liquored up and playing cards for silver.
Your sins have been no. You're forgiven. If you can't make it, that's okay. There's always like future live streams. It's not gonna be like
I keep going through during the day though while I'm at work and I'm watching your videos and I'm giving them thumbs up and maybe giving a smiley face with a thumbs up in the comments too. You should spot a few of them, but I don't always catch them all, man. I try.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can make it. But if you If you can't, that's okay.
Right on, buddy.
Let's just hope the others can make it.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming tonight, DTN. It was good to talk to you, buddy.
Yeah, it's nice hanging out with you two. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you two. Wait, Jimmy, just one question. Are you gonna be hosting a draft party?
Hosting a what?
Draft party.
Well, most likely we'll be watching it as long as it's not during while I'm working. If it's on a weekend, yeah, man, we'll
Like
do
I'm like referring to like day one.
That'd be pretty fun. You want to do that?
I'll be
It
working.
depends if Colby's not. Depending if Colby is working or not.
When does the draft start on Thursday? What time?
It's usually like around like what is it? It's usually like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern.
So I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Let's do it. Let's watch the draft.
You could start. I'll jump in as soon as I get home. It'll be about 5:30.
Whatever, dude. Anthony,
I have to get my hours in so I can journey out.
can't believe.
But the thing is, Anthony, the Bills are like later in the draft. It's like you're not gonna miss anything.
Yeah. You book, Anthony. Welcome to the late part of the draft, like Jamie. I am pretty curious who we take first round because we can just take the absolute best available. We don't have to try to make any trades, man. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen the Chiefs get. It's like a gift, man. You guys are going to be like, oh, shit, we're going to have to cover this. We're going to have to fill this. The Chiefs don't have to worry about it, man. There's just no worries this draft.
Could it be possible that the Chiefs could get a tight end like Tyler Warren since
I like Warren. There's a few other guys I really like, but I'm thinking the first round, by the time you get to us with who's projected to be taken, man, it literally could be anybody. We could just take the best freaking tackle available. First round. Shock the world, you know? We could just take anybody we want because we don't have to worry about filling any holes. It's all been taken care of for us. It's kind of nice, man. It's a pretty good spot to be in. I mean, I know that I know a lot of the other teams are filling their gaps and everything in free agency, but all of our guys are really young. Like, we got a really young defense that's a top 5 defense. And it just got better. It's crazy. It just got better, dude. So what do we got to do there? Not much. We needed a left tackle really bad. Everybody else interchangeable, really, for the offense. And we filled left tackle in the free agency. We picked up a couple of guys for the left side of free agency. And they're good, solid guys, you know? Shit, I say draft every left tackle that's out there. Because, I mean, we're going to have these guys for a year. So, of course, we're going to try to draft so we can fill in that spot and not have to pay somebody. Okay. But we've got the coaches that we can literally make deep playoff runs every single year with anybody, dude. Anybody.
Who are the Pats going to pick the first round?
Now that Diggs has been taken, now that Diggs has been selected, now that Russell Wilson's with the Giants and Stephon Diggs to the Patriots, I could see us getting Will Campbell or another offensive tackle.
I don't think you guys have to worry about the Chiefs trading to get any of your picks this time. I don't think we care about it. Like, nice. I really think that the Bills, like what Richie Fresh said, if the Bills trade with the Chiefs again, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah, no surprise.
Well, I mean, one trade got us Mahomes, right? And the other trade got us Worthy. And, I mean, both those guys worked out pretty well. So, like, I could see where Bills fans would be like, God damn it, don't give them any.
I'm okay with whatever happened. Honestly, I'm okay. It doesn't make a difference. So
But it does for the Bills, Anthony.
no, don't.
But it does for the Bills, Anthony.
How?
It does make a difference. You guys need up and comers to take spots so that you're not going broke
I
next
don't
year.
think Xavier Worthy would have made a difference.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I'm telling that. I believe
You're
so.
telling me that the kid who set a Super Bowl record for a rookie wouldn't have made a
Okay.
difference for your team?
But it's all about the scheme. It's all about the offenses and how they
Yeah,
utilize
but
all that stuff.
Josh has enough time to let Xavier get way the fuck down there, and he sure doesn't got any qualms about chucking it to him.
I
If
get
they're
you.
way down there, Josh is chucking that
No,
ball.
I still stand by what I say.
You guys would have had 15 more touchdowns this year.
That's fine. That doesn't make a difference. I don't think it would have made a difference. I really
And
don't.
McDuffie. Oh, Richie Fresh is right. Mahomes Worthy and McDuffie. Holy shit, 3? Yeah, I could see being pissed about that. Oh my god, because all 3 worked out really well.
It's just the scheme, the coaching,
I'm so
how you
sorry, you
utilize them.
guys.
And this is what it was.
You need to kick your general manager in the nuts because wow, those 3 alone are the foundation of.
I think Brandon Beans is fine. I think he's just fine. I believe in him. I believe in Bean.
Yeah,
I do.
I do too. I hope you guys keep him. Put that in your book, animal.
Okay.
I'm playing.
Okay.
What's
That's
this?
how it was.
To be fair, Shakur is our worthy.
Shakir is awesome.
And obviously, you got him extended, so you got him for a little longer. Potentially be a Pro Bowler.
So
I think Coleman's going to have a better second. I think Coleman's going to have a better second year for the Buffalo Bills.
I could really give a shit about Pro Bowl DTN.
Yeah.
All pros where it's at.
Oh, maybe like second team.
All first team all pros where it's at. That's employee of the year. Pro Bowl employee of the week, dude. Anybody make fucking Pro Bowl? They just people that make Pro Bowl get to go and they play like fucking badminton or whatever the goddamn hell they do over there. It's not even fun anymore to watch it.
Blow in their ear, they fall down.
Shit I've ever seen, and I just don't watch Pro Bowl stuff. It's lame. All pro, I'm like full of popcorn, lots of butter and salt on it, fucking beer, and I'm just like, oh, who made All Pro? Oh my god, these are the best of the best. How do you feel about those All Pro versus Pro Bowl?
I think All Pro makes more sense since it's the what is it? It's the writers and whoever works for Associated Press do all the selections, whilst Pro Bowl it's basically fan voting.
Yeah, which is the Party Boys. Mm-hmm. Who do I want to go to Hawaii and see there?
It's Pro Bowl is basically the popular vote, and then All Pro is basically based off of skill.
It's employee of the week over employee of the year. Like,
yeah, NFL should be taking notes. Like,
employee of the fucking week is Pro Bowl, and it's pretty lame, and they do stupid shit. But the guys are out there having fun. They're kids, man. Let them go and fucking play flag, whatever.
Richie, you need to call in, Richie, and let's talk about this last thing that you were talking about.
He says, "Oh, All-Star. Are you referring to the NBA All-Star game?
No, the NHL. They did something different with the All-Star game.
Oh, the NHL. I thought you were referring to the NBA because I know NBA also has their All-Star.
NBA
sucks, dude. When it comes to their All-Star game, it's like a joke nowadays.
Yeah, dude, it's the NBA, anything NBA is just kind of a joke to me anyway. I don't like it. It's not a fun game to watch. I mean, like if they were allowed to fight like in hockey, I'm fucking there, dude. I'll be right there at the first row. I want to see this shit.
Oh, I'm down for hockey fights. They're in
Hockey's great, dude. I enjoy hockey. It's fun to watch, and those guys are tough, you know. And but the NBA, it's just It's like watching badminton. They run down there and a guy puts it through the net, and then they run over there and one of the guys puts it through the net. Their plays are mediocre at best. It's not fun for me to pay a ticket to go watch a basketball game. I guess maybe because I never tried to play basketball when I was a kid. I was a wrestler. And so same season, we did our thing. The basketball boys did their thing. We went and actually my coach had us play the boys in basketball for a practice one time, but we said we'll only do that if they come and wrestle us for a practice, right? And we did pretty good, dude. All we can do is layups, you know? We had one guy that could shoot like this from half court. It was just layups all the time. And then they wouldn't come and wrestle us. Bunch of fucking Nancy's. They wouldn't come and wrestle us. Like, come on, man.
I know, like, I think Major League Baseball with their All-Star, I think whoever wins the All-Star game when they go into the World Series, whoever wins that All-Star game, AL or NL, they become the home team for the World Series. I don't know if it's still like that, but last time I remembered, that's
so an all-star team can decide the home team.
And baseball.
That would be some incentive, bro. Now you're going to see a game, bro.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's fat, dude. I like that. I like that because I think the AFC would host the fucking Super Bowl every year, dude. Seriously, the AFC is so much stronger than the NFC. Well, now hang on, because you're taking the All-Stars.
But you have Washington in the mix now.
But you're taking the All-Stars,
and
then you're going to take 52 or 53 out of the NFC, and so the NFC is that spotty. They've got, 3 All-Stars per team that are just fucking amazing, or two guys per team that are just fucking amazing, right? The AFC is different, though, because our guys are going to – they're all so goddamn good. Who do you choose from? The AFC has the best talent, man.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm probably going to get checked on this by somebody that's an NFC.
That's okay. Fan. We have Mahomes, Allen, Burrow. You know, I like Burrow, Jackson.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not talking about just quarterback, dude.
Yeah.
Look at the receivers. My God, look at the linemen that AFC had.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, the Eagles were pretty stout, but they had a lucky mix of some of the best linemen all at once. You know, it's pretty hard to stumble upon something like that. You got to make plans way ahead of time to get that. Eagles just made good plans. Goddamn hell of a team, dude. They beat the shit out of my Chiefs. That sucks. Well, you guys got to make me remember that. But seriously, though, look at tight ends. Who's got the best tight ends? What does the NFC got? They got a Kittle, maybe third or fourth best tight end in the last couple of years. Probably 8th best tight end in the last couple of years is Kittle. He's been injured for a couple of years, you know.
I can't think of any other tight end besides Laporta, Hawkinson.
Well, Laporta, I like Laporta.
Laporta's pretty badass, isn't he?
And then Hawkinson, he's good.
Yeah. I mean, so they got a few good ones, but who's the best? I'm gonna pick from an AFC team for every position.
AFC, they got more talent. It's like AFC, it's unpredictable. You have no idea what's gonna happen when it comes.
So many good teams. It's all almost up for grabs, right?
NFC is so predictable.
Yeah, you could tell. You know, maybe this guy will come out of nowhere, but no. Yeah, I mean, but the AFC, everybody's way up here. The NFC, they've got 4 of them that are way up here, 5 maybe. And
you only got
everybody.
You only got 3 to 4 teams that are unpredictable, 3 to 4 divisions that are unpredictable, and then in the NFC, you only got the NFC North and the NFC West. The other two C
But-
divisions.
But the NFC West really isn't that great, dude. Who'd they have this year? The Rams?
They're trending down.
Yeah, the Rams are
Francisco,
totally
they're-
trending down. San Francisco hasn't been
They took a
shit for
huge-
few years, dude. Like, look at this year. The San Francisco was nothing this year, bro. And so,
Oh.
yeah, it's a wishy-washy conference, man. The entire NFC.
Oh, something interesting from Richie Fresh. I think you got to read this, Anthony. The
Go
first-
to the back. We'll go to the first one first. He said that so the NHL All-Star Game is similar to the NFL Pro Bowl. They have the skills competition, etc. No real checking. The NHL did a tournament where it was USA, Finland, Canada, and Sweden. You play for your country and you tend to care more. And the checking hitting was unbelievable. In the USA versus Canada champ game, there was 3 fights in the first minute of the final game. It was
Yeah.
like watching the Olympics. It was
That
amazing.
was a great game, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I liked that better than watching the Iran Contra affairs back when Reagan was in president. That was great, dude. It was just like there was beef, dude. There was beef. I think it was something about the Canadians doing some shit when
Oh,
the
some politics baloney that we're not.
Canadians did some shit when the American national anthem came on or something. Is that right?
No, it's something had to do with the politics.
I don't think it was politics, dude. I think that the Canadians bashed out. It started with the politics, but then the Canadian boys bashed on the American national anthem. So the Americans just went out there and went.
And then obviously the Kachuk boys being all, wild, which I'm not surprised.
Canada's our goddamn ally, man. Like, come on. I don't understand this bullshit with the politics stuff because
Yeah, it's baloney. Like
it's totally
rather
baloney,
support
bro.
Canada.
The Canadians are our friends. They're right next door. They sound funny. When you go to Canada and you go up to somebody and you say, "Hey, are you Canadian?" and they go, "Oh no, I am French." And then you go to the next guy and you go, "Are you Canadian?" and they go, "Oh no, I am from India." And you're like, "Oh shit." Then you go to this other guy and you go, "Are you Canadian?" and they go, "No, I am a native." And you're like, "Oh, where's all the Canadians?" and the native goes, "Oh, they're at work." That's my Canada joke. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's my only Canada joke. Seems to fit though, if you really think about it. What in the world? Oh, I love the NFL, dude.
Yeah, I don't trust the NFL. I don't
Pro
want to
Bowl
see
after the Super Bowl is a great idea.
Yes.
that is more genius than what the NFL has been doing for
That's an
the whole
absolute
entire
great
duration.
They're
idea.
trying to fill the void of that week. But that week of the Super Bowl, those 2 weeks that they have up to the Super Bowl, it's all media coverage anyway. So what does it matter?
Well, and then you're not even going to have the cool guys in the fucking Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the cool guys are busy getting ready for a game.
And all the guys that
I just mean the Chiefs.
well, and then you think about Buffalo, and when they lost the AFC Championship, Josh Allen isn't going to want to play the week after that because he battered and bruised, and for what he put his body through just to try to get to a Super Bowl that he wasn't able to get to. I'm going to go play golf.
So give us something in the off season, like a Pro Bowl, and then use what they do in the Pro Bowl to seed them for their free agencies. Shit, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, he did great in the Pro Bowl because the Pro Bowl means something again. He did great in the Pro Bowl.
Have it means something.
Maybe we should pick him up.
Just like what Major League Baseball does, right?
Yeah.
Whoever wins gets to host.
That's pretty cool. I do like that. So, yeah, that would make them try harder because it might even be their own home team that hosts. Because it's
Could you imagine a Super Bowl game actually in Orchard Park or in Buffalo with it blizzard?
God, that'd be so awesome.
In a Super
How about
Bowl?
Kansas City? 30 below.
Kansas City, yeah.
30 below with a 50 below wind chill.
Could you
Put that
imagine
in your
the Super
fucking
Bowl?
Super Bowl book. Let's get this back to manliness. Let's stop playing this princess dress tryout thing.
Where
Man,
it's always in Florida, in a dome area.
that's just it, dude. I'm so tired of going
Football is meant to
watching
be
a
played
Super
in
Bowl
weather.
go somewhere lame just because they have a fucking dome.
In a weather, it should be played in weather, not.
New Orleans? You're gonna go to New Orleans. It smells like fish and pee, and like more pee, and
What's
then
next? Going
a
to
little bit more fish and some pee. Like I've been there. Like,
I would rather go to the frozen tundra than the Caesars Superdome.
I mean, but then we would literally have to put up with it though, because if the NFC wins, then it's a lottery out of the NFC to who gets to host the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And then now we got to watch a Super Bowl that's going to be at Soldier Field that smells like pee and old people and pee, and then some more pee. Yeah.
Well, that's why the Pro Bowl needs to be more competitive.
Well, I like the idea of the Pro Bowl deciding which conference gets to host the Super Bowl the next year. And I really, really like the idea of it being post Super Bowl. Like get 3 weeks after the Super Bowl. Because there's nothing else happening.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks after the Super Bowl, man, then there's a Pro Bowl that decides where the next Super Bowl is going to be. And then how about this? How about fan MVP of the Pro Bowl gets the Super Bowl hosted at their house?
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. If that guy played in that weather and he's that good that he is the MVP, the fan MVP, fuck what the refs say. Fuck what the league says. Us. And we do a call-in vote thing. Only one vote per call or per person or per number or whatever it is. We've got the technology. And then that fan MVP, his team, he gets to be the guy that brought the Super Bowl to his hometown or his team's town. There's a hero. There's a hero. You think he's not going to get picked up instantly in free agency? Hey, next year we want you to get that Super Bowl here, Let's get you to a Pro Bowl. Right? Wouldn't that be cool, man? Give them some incentive so that they actually play this fucking game.
I agree.
I think some incentive would be really good, dude.
Anthony, it would be awesome if the Bills hosted the Super Bowl at our new stadium. Problem is we don't have enough hotels, and etc. Well, that's why we build more.
There's Richie. Bring him in. What up?
Oh, hey.
Shut up. No, I got kind of a migraine headache. That's why I'll stay on for a few minutes. But no, the Super Bowl's no, dude. That shit should be played outdoors. The year they did it at MetLife was, I forget when it was, what teams played, but they did it there. Our stadium would be cool as hell, but the problem is I'm not shitting on my own town, but like we don't have the infrastructure, like the hotel situation. Like we want it. Because we have a new stadium, that would be the idea. But number one, it's not a dome, which whatever. But we don't have the hotel. We don't have the infrastructure for it.
You do.
Well, I mean, we don't have nearly enough hotels.
Like it's a stadium that holds what, 70,000?
62, 63.
Yeah.
You're telling me that there's not enough hotels in town to cover a football stadium?
So there is. The problem is, if you guys ever come here, you'll see what I mean. Like for a game this year, like our hotels are scattered. Like downtown Buffalo it's not far. It's like 15, 20 minutes from our stadium. So like one can make the argument, well, yeah, what's the big deal driving 20 minutes to the Super Bowl to go to the stadium, right? But like there's not enough that are like close enough. You know what I mean? Like you look in these other cities like New Orleans or whatever that hosts them, like the hotels are within like everything's within a certain distance.
All right, so me and Anthony were literally across the river from MetLife Stadium, and it still took us fucking 25 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Well, traffic. Yeah, I mean,
There's a
yeah,
bridge right there. I can see the fucking stadium. Why are we still in the car?
Okay. So imagine this though. That's a traffic situation. Imagine the
Yeah.
same traffic situation, but downtown Buffalo is 20 minutes away instead of across the river. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like,
It's okay.
I leave early,
no, I
bro.
know.
I leave early. I'm down. Let's do it. Let's have a Super
You know,
Bowl.
build
Yeah.
more hotels. Build hotels. You know, dude.
Dude, there's towns nearby. Let's stay in the next town over. We can
Well-
get we can rent a car.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I mean,
I
Good
think
luck.
it'd be
Put more money
awesome,
in- get
dude.
more money in Buffalo. You know.
if they were intelligent, what they would do is where our new stadium, because Anthony, well, you guys all know, like our stadium is literally our new stadium is literally across the street from our old one.
Yes.
So if they were smart, what they would do is they would obviously bulldoze the old one, pave over it, and they should build a large hotel there with shopping malls. They should build like restaurants. That's what they should
There you
do.
go.
I gotta tell you, you're on it right there, Richie. Because in Glendale, Arizona, when they put up that new State Farm Stadium a few years
Right.
back, that they revamped the whole area, put a shit ton of places
Right.
to eat, places to shop, places to stay,
Yep.
to have their big sports area. You know,
Mhm.
pretty smart. I mean,
Yep,
look what
well-
the Packers are doing. They're making a whole goddamn football playland up there, man. I mean, the whole area is being redone, so it's football fan friendly. You know,
Yep. I mean,
it's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, good luck. Well, the problem is good luck convincing the taxpayer. Like, it's obviously you all know it's harder. The taxpayer, you got to convince everybody else that it's a good idea. And
Yeah.
it's all bullshit.
Well,
Oh,
you gotta take into account though that I think it's just you and Anthony give a shit about Buffalo Bills, so the rest of the people maybe they're into something else.
yeah.
Jokes,
Well,
man, jokes. Oh,
no,
he's
I
got a
got you,
headache.
I
He's
got
not
you.
going to get my jokes, Anthony.
Killing
Sorry,
me.
I got my friggin' cat in front of me.
Oh,
Cat.
what's he doing? Looks like he's about ready to slap you in the face.
Yeah, really.
He's like
No.
pushing on your neck. I know you got a headache. Hey, is this bothering you?
I'm glad my cat doesn't do that. She just lays next to me.
Yeah,
Your
but
cat
no,
takes up enough room that she's probably like a permanent fixture in the living room. That's a wide little booger.
no, man. But with the NHL hit the fucking mark, dude. Like, finally, a professional sports like league that actually got it, like understood. Like, there was if you watched the whole tournament, Jamie. Like, I know you said you watched the final game, but like, if you watch the whole tournament, they gave a shit. There was checking, like something to be said when you represent your country. Like, when you fucking have these all, like, they just don't give a shit. You know what
I mean, I saw the highlights and they were going at each other, bro.
It was like that all tournament. Like, every game was like that. It was
Yeah, they were letting them play, bro. It was awesome. It was awesome, man. It made me get back into watching hockey. It's been a long time. It's pretty boring for a while there because for a while they were talking about getting rid of the fights and stuff. I like the IHL games where it's like the farm teams, right? So I'll go watch those guys. There's always a bruiser. They know what keeps people in the seats, bro. We want to see it. You know, we don't want to see Goon, like that movie Goon, where it's just two guys just straight go up and skate to each other.
Hold each
But
other's hands.
fun. No, that's not what we want. We want maybe one guy does something that's kind of a dick move, and so another guy goes and beats the living snot out of him for it. You know, we love that.
Yeah, that's the NFL's problem. I think years ago, I forget when. I think years ago they actually did the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. They did it at one point. I can't remember how long ago it was, but they did it, and I'm like, go back to it because you might have Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen. You might have these guys actually show up. Therefore, you have more turnout. Like, it's just and actually play. I don't know. It's just fucking stupid to me. Like the common sense shit that they should do, they just don't do, and it's so weird.
Who is this guy coming in?
J-Dog, he's afraid to show his goddamn face.
Oh my gosh.
Afraid to show his face.
There we go.
He's all blacked out.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to get out because I gotta get this.
You got a lot of stuff to
All
do.
right, DTN. Have a good
DTN,
night,
man.
brother.
I'll still
Alright.
watch though, but I gotta get out.
All right, see you, bud.
Take care.
What's up, J Dog?
No,
No, what?
I'm watching the Lakers game.
Are they losing?
The Bulls just took a 1-point lead with 6 seconds.
Who? The Bulls?
Yes.
Yes. Just kidding. I'm just joking.
Hey, CD Lamb said you can't do that anymore.
Oh, well,
Like this?
oh.
You can't touch your nose or something.
Yeah, CD had a little lamb.
You had a little lamb. Dude, that is the stupidest shit
love
I've ever heard in my life. If somebody literally tries to
What
say that
happened?
I'm in trouble for touching my nose,
I bet he got in trouble. I wonder if he fought
What
people.
happened?
I'll call him a punk bitch to his face, dude. That's fucking fuck you, dude. I'm 55 years old, and I did this way before your daddy even knew your mom. You know, don't tell me I can't touch my nose. That's my nose. That's my finger too. So's this one.
What the hell was that?
J Dog, are you going to talk to us, or are you busy watching your basketball team lose?
I'll talk to y'all. Russell Wilson.
Oh, you want to go back to that?
You go back to that to where he was with the Giants now. That's interesting. That QB room is going to be interesting. Danny DeVito or Danny, yeah, or not. What's his name again?
That's,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dan. Or no. God dang it. What'd you do
I
to
said
me?
Danny
Why did you
DeVito.
do that to me? DeVito.
Tommy DeVito,
Tommy.
Russell
Tommy.
Wilson, and Jameis Winston. Sorry, I got
Killing me.
Danny
Anthony,
DeVito. in
why
my
would
head.
you put Danny DeVito in my head? Now
Well,
I keep
'cause it's
thinking about
DeVito.
this little
Anthony,
dude going,
you know,
like jumping through the cage on the old Taxi TV show, throwing a ball.
we get the Penguin starring as the quarterback of the New York Giants.
So I forgot Jameis went. So is their core? I know I'm going to feel stupid for asking this. Is the Giants core pretty good? They're really just missing a quarterback. Like, is that kind of like the gist with them?
I think they need a better offensive line too, though.
So they've got a couple holes to fill, but it's a pretty solid team all around. Yes, it really is. 'Cause
And the Eagles,
they can do okay even without a named quarterback, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, you bring in maybe Russell, puts them up into the playoffs or something to get a little bit of playoff money, you know.
They got
the Eagles. The Eagles lost a few people and they regressed, right? Kind of like right now.
defense. They
The
lost.
Eagles are regressing slightly because like the vultures swooped in and started just scabbing all their guys.
They
away.
lost 12 guys.
12 guys. 12, yeah. Yeah, dude. It's like the vultures just swoop in and they just
Majority
like,
of it was
"Ooh, I
on
want this one.
defense.
I want this one. I want this one, you know. And if you're the winner, that's what happens. I mean, they scab guys from the Chiefs every year too if we win.
All right. So the reason why I asked stuff in that order: Commanders are going to win the division. Giants will be second. Giants will be second place and catch a wild card.
Wow.
I think the Giants will surprise. The reason why I asked those questions, I think the Giants can surprise people because
It could be they could be a dark horse for sure.
Yeah, Russell Wilson is a running court. As old as he is, he's not obviously the same anymore, but he's also a mobile quarterback, so that helps for sure. Because I mean, he's not as mobile as he used to be, but it is what it is. So that's why
I've always liked Russell. I mean, I thought it was bullshit when they took him from sea level, where he's been his whole life, sea level. He's an islander, okay? Was he part Tongan or Samoan or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
He's Polynesian of some sort, right? So islander, sea level.
And go to Mile High.
Put him up at Mile High, and you go, you better perform. And he's all, I can't breathe.
Right.
He's running for his
I go
life.
to Denver, and I get winded walking to the taxi cab, you know?
Wasn't Sean Payton? Was that true? Sean Payton he was kind of a dick too. He's part of the issue, or is that like not true? Like Sean Payton wasn't exactly having it either.
Some people match, some people don't.
I think it's the vibe in Denver too, because the fans not once ever got on Russell's side.
Right.
I mean, if you don't go out there as a quarterback in Denver, if you don't go out there and just be MVP, those fans could give a shit about you.
That's
You know
wild.
what I mean? They've done it to every quarterback since Peyton Manning. They love John Elway, who in my eyes was mediocre at best. They love Peyton Manning, who was a hired gunslinger. And then every quarterback they've had since, the fans just pummel them with hate. Like, pummel them with hate. And they've had some pretty good talents, too. They just never put a team around them, right? And they're like, oh, it's the quarterback's fault. Why in the fuck is it always the quarterback's fault? Stop it. You know, Bo Nix this coming year, I got a feeling he's going to have a bit of a sophomore slump, and then all of the people in Denver, you watch, mark my words, they're going to blame the quarterback.
Well, I hope he does good. I like to see people thrive.
I like Bo Nix, dude.
He's a good guy.
J-Dog, your reverb is killing me, Smalls.
What? What makes you think the Giants will be second? They have no wide receivers.
See? You guys hear that too?
I can't hear nothing.
It's just like really choppy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hello?
It's because he's got some kind of reverb going on there.
He said somebody has no wide receivers. Who has no wide receivers?
The Giants. What makes you think they'll be second?
Dude, the Giants have
They have
guys.
like neighbors.
No,
Dude,
they do. It's
Year
just,
into the league.
Wide receivers are interchangeable anyway. I don't know why people think so much about wide receivers. Fuck wide receivers. They all want too much money. We can take anybody and make them a Super Bowl receiver.
Jalen Hunt.
We may not win it.
so the reason
Giants have got a pretty good team. I don't understand why everybody goes, oh, the Giants, oh, they're probably going to be nothing. They're going to be probably the best team in New York, or the second best team in New York, right?
well, New Jersey, but sure.
Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
The New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets.
The second best team with New York in their name.
There's only one team in New York.
Fucking, you guys don't
every
play
year.
in Buffalo, so put that in your book.
They're still
You're
playing
out
in
in
New York.
suburbs.
The only New York team is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
not in Buffalo.
I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals to have that division this year only because a lot of people don't realize all they needed was a little bit more of a competent defense, and they probably make a Super Bowl run this past year. I'm dead serious. Like their offense was
injury
crazy.
riddled, bro.
I
Like
know.
it's really hard when there's that many injuries, you know.
I feel like the
Well, injury happens, right? I mean, everybody was riddled with injuries last year. A lot.
Like if they would have made a wild card spot, Joe Burrow instead of Josh Allen's the MVP. It's that simple. Like that's how good Joe Burrow in that offense was. Like really,
Joe Burrow was a one and done though. I mean, he's never going to go back.
You think so?
If he goes back, he will lose.
Yeah.
He will never win a Super Bowl. Sorry, man. The Bengals will not.
Oh, I hope he never wins one. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying
he won't.
I hope he never does.
I mean, honestly, I just don't think. How did that go, Anthony? We saw this statistic one time. Any quarterback that has gone to a Super Bowl and lost it has never gone to a Super Bowl and won it since Jim Kelly. Since the Jim Kelly days.
And Jim
like
Kelly
92. Like since 1992. Any quarterback that's gone to a Super Bowl and lost, no matter how many times they go back to a Super Bowl, they cannot get a win.
Or they can't make it. They can't get back.
Or they can't get back there. Yeah, that's right.
They can't get back there since the Buffalo Bills and Jim Kelly.
The Bills are screwed then because there's also a stat that if the quarterback coaching duo doesn't do it in a new coaching quarterback duo doesn't do it in the first 5 years, a Super Bowl in the first 5 years, they never have. So that would either mean Josh Allen has to go or McDermott has to go.
I mean,
the thing about it though is that Buffalo has a new offensive coordinator. They've had it for the last 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
So you got 2 years, is what you're saying, Anthony?
It went from Brian Dable to Ken Dorsey to Joe Brady. So
So you got 2 years left.
So this has to be, these next 2 years has to be it. Buffalo needs to get in, dang it. It has to happen. I believe in them.
Well, I don't know how many beers you guys can hold in your bladder, but I'll be right back.
Gotcha. No, I have this conversation, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, Anthony. The Buffalo Fanatics, Z-Bot, and all them.
Yeah.
I go on their channel too, and it's like, how many more years are we gonna waste Josh Allen? Like really, when you think about it, at some point, this man, and I'm not shitting on him, but at some point he's gonna regress, dude. You gotta go to you don't gotta go to it. You gotta win this motherfucker in the next 2 to 3 years.
We need to, like you said, though, we need to get defense. We need to find somebody that's going to help that defense, and that's going to end up getting them into to put them up into that damn Super Bowl, into that damn stage, man. We get there every year against Kansas City, it seems like, regardless of its division, AFC, whatever, championship, whatever it is. And our defense always allows the other team to get back in the football game. You know? So even against the Cincinnati Bengals, we started out the previous week great, and then we play the Bengals. The Bengals just thumped us. We couldn't do nothing at home. And it blew my mind. It's like, how can we not win against this team when we're at home? I don't understand that. And then, what everybody says, oh, Josh Allen, he can't win the big game. He can't take him to the Super Bowl. That's bullcrap. It's the defense. This defense needs to be a top 5 defense.
So with the Bills, I mean, this is just our luck, and I'm sure you understand what I mean by this. Like, it's always something. So in the 13-second game, it was our defense. And then this year, it was Diggs, or last year Diggs couldn't catch an obvious pass down the field or whatever. Now this year, so it's always something, right? Like in the 13-second game, it was our defense shit the bed. Now all of a sudden, I'll be honest with you, I don't blame Josh Allen for everything, but dude had the game. I mean, he was playing allegedly. He was playing allegedly with a broken hand. Like the problem is, the biggest issue is you got to get shit done no matter what, dude. Like, Josh Allen, this is where I will get on him. He had the game. He had the Super Bowl appearance on the line with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left against the Chiefs, and he didn't do it. Like, that's the bottom line.
Yeah, he didn't.
So, I mean, that's where I'll kind of get on him. Like, but it's always something. Like
the play call, the offense weren't gelling at the end. They just let everybody come through the line.
So if we assume we show up,
you guys have to one day be honest with yourselves. Josh fucking choked. He fucking choked it, dude.
Well,
he was nervous as shit. You could see it in his face, dude.
From the moment that game started, he threw nearly 2 interceptions on his first 2 passes. Like you saw when that game first started.
Worried that he was gonna fuck up. If he could go out there and just like not have any. If somebody could pull him aside and go, This one don't matter, but it would be pretty cool, just go show him what you could do. And then there was just no pressure because it looked to me like he was under the pressure of we can't lose another one to the Chiefs.
Well, and this is where my point is. I've said this the 4 times I fucking lost it one. I lost it against like my family and friends. I go, dude, it is a mental game, and I'm not shitting on the Chiefs. I'm saying the Chiefs. I'm not shitting on the Chiefs when I say this. They're fucking beatable. We've proven time and time again we can beat them, but not when it matters. It is a mental game. It has nothing to do with the Bills not having a good roster. It is a mental game at this point, and they get the reality is the Chiefs are on their head when it comes to playoff time. That's the reality of it.
It feels like it. It feels like it. And yes, the Chiefs are very beatable. I mean, 15 teams thought that last year,
and that's not to shit on them. It's not to shit on them, but the truth is we have beaten them.
We might win by 3 points or 2 points, but yeah, we're beatable. It's been proven a lot of times. I mean, people have come really close.
Like you said, Jamie, Buffalo needs to just keep these games close and show at the end that we can beat these teams when it counts at the end of the game and at
Well,
times.
yeah. I
Instead of
mean,
just
and
blowing
that,
them out.
it's not just that
You know.
end of the game win, like keep the
Yeah.
game close to win at the end. It's hold on to the lead. You know, it's stop them from being able to come back. Don't
Yeah, that too.
fucking if you let Patrick Mahomes have the ball last, who's gonna fucking win? He's gonna win.
Well, so here's what I mean by the Chiefs are beat, and that's why I'm not saying it's no disrespect to the Chiefs.
No, I get it 100%.
You could see the difference. You could see the difference in the mental game I'm talking about. Josh Allen, did you? I mean, I'm not going to ask. You watched that game when we handed you guys arguably your only loss of the season. He was a totally different person in that game.
Yeah.
He took the game in his own hands versus the playoff game. He was two totally different quarterbacks. It was insane.
Me and Anthony talked about that too. I was like, dude, like Josh was different. Like in the playoff game, I was like, dude.
But I do believe that the play calling was a little different too.
I can.
Yeah, but as a quarterback, as a quarterback in the league for 7 or 8 years, he's got to say fuck the coach and take over at some point. Like he's got to do that. Like he has to do that.
That will get you fucking fired, bro.
Yeah,
so
but
as a quarterback in the league for that long, he is almost obligated to do what his coach says. It's not your team, Peyton Manning. You know, I mean, if you're Peyton Manning, yeah. And so Aaron Rodgers is trying to do that. It's my team. That's why I want my offensive coordinator. That's why I want these guys.
Well, Aaron Rodgers right now is also washed up. That's the difference.
That's why nobody wants him, dude. Yeah. That's not going to – unless you're Peyton Manning and the Broncos say, fine, you can have all the power because we know you call your own plays. Well, but Rodgers doesn't call his own fucking plays.
You know what I mean by this. So let me put it in this context. You know there's times where Manning and even Patrick Mahomes, they improvise and say, not fuck the coach, but like they have to improvise. Like at some point you have to take over the game. And like –
whoa. So Mahomes will go over there and say, should we run Wasp? Or should we run Corn Dog? You know, like, I think Corn Dog will work here, and then it's up to the coach. Okay? But during a play, things go awry. Now you need to be able to improvise, right? So there's a difference between the improvisation and saying, nah, I'm going to audible.
That's kind of what I was –
that's
kind of more or less what I was getting at.
Well, in a football game, from what I heard and from what I understand, is they actually call 2 plays. They call the first play the primary play, and then they have audible. Then they have a play where they audible to it in case they see something what it is. So
exactly good point. They're the audible. So,
but they need it needs to be execution. If they can't execute a play,
if I'm a coach and I have a scheme, and this fucking guy keeps calling an audible every play. Probably going to sit him down and put in a system quarterback.
Well, right? I mean, good luck putting Mitch Trubisky in and sitting Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game.
I mean
but they do call 2 plays, and one of them is an audible if they see something. So, and they do audible to that.
But if you're calling the 2 plays, and then every single play your quarterback's doing something different, just because he thinks it's better that way. It's gonna get him fired.
I mean, I know this is gonna sound like assholeish, but I don't care. I mean, this is Josh Allen's team because the reality is, if McDermott leaves tomorrow and a new head coach comes in here, do you think Josh Allen? Do you think he really regresses? Answer that honestly. Do you really think he regresses?
I don't think he's gonna regress ever, dude.
Right.
Like I've always said this. The Bills have a good shot as long as that kid's quarterback. Until he retires, you guys, your window is wide the fuck open. He's that good. I like him. He's a very likable, very friendly kind of quarterback. He's a manly man. You know, I mean, he's just boss all around. It's kind of cool. Sounds like it's Richie Fresh's phone, Anthony. You hear that?
Yeah.
Shit?
Oh, I got the TV. I got some sort of shit on the back.
So I gotta jump off here soon, though. But
same.
Yeah, me too, bro. We should probably wrap this up.
Well, we'll wrap it up. I
got like 10 minutes, you guys. Let's hang out for 10 more minutes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell next week Wednesday on the roundtable. That's the first roundtable I attended in a hot while. I'm sure you guys are aware. I haven't been there in a while, but
Yeah,
I'm
I've been
gonna
there in a couple weeks myself.
I'm gonna literally tell them next Wednesday. I'm gonna chime in as soon as I get in. I'll be like, dude, put up a poll for playing LaSalle's music that you wanted as the outro, because that shit slapped. That was so great.
That was a good outro. We were all pretty happy about that, weren't we? I know you guys were doing the same thing as me, just sitting on your phone.
Yes.
Going,
Well, like even Dan and Richie vibe out to it. They love it. They
Yes.
love that shit. So
Well, here's this then. Here's a hot take for you, Richie, and I know because everybody keeps on saying, McDermott's head. If Buffalo cannot get over that hump and try to get to the Super Bowl this upcoming year, are they gonna get rid of and move on from Sean McDermott?
are they or?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Will they?
Feels
I'll
like
tell you-
this is last year.
No, I'll tell you this right now. What should exactly 120% happen is that one of two things: you have to make the Super Bowl this year, or he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The other 50-50, the other 50% of that is if you lose to the Chiefs for the fifth fucking time,
You're gone.
your ass is gone. I'm sorry. Like
Dude, people in
point,
Buffalo will run him out of town with fucking pitchforks and torches.
dude, like that is the nail in the coffin. You cannot
hang him in the street
because at some point, I mean, I'm sure Jamie follows even the Bills enough to know, like, everybody on this Bills roster organization has been held accountable except for him. Leslie Frazier's gone. We've changed offensive. Almost everybody on this fucking team's been held accountable, but the head coach every fucking year.
It feels like he's a Shanahan or something.
Dude, we all know how that goes.
I said it. It feels like he's acting like a Shanahan, but I think he's better than Shanahan. I think he's a lot better than Shanahan, but
Shanahan also went to 2 Super Bowls, so I don't
wouldn't
know.
it?
Marty shot.
Yeah, but lost him.
Yeah.
And I think if you guys get past the Chiefs, there's no fucking stopping you in the Super Bowl.
No, that's what. Yeah,
The defense, man.
I don't think you guys could have hung with the Eagles this year, so it might have been better to not take that ass whipping, because I know Bills fans are not going to be happy if they get to a Super Bowl and lose. So it might have been the best move you guys ever made, throwing the game to the Chiefs this year.
I'll say this too. I think Buffalo and Sean McDermott needs to be better in situational awareness games. Like at the end of the football game or whatever it may be. Like I feel like, instead of punting and doing a touchback, maybe try to do something. I don't know, like that defense, man. 2 minute defense. They need to do better on that. Prevent
defense
like you said,
has never prevented anything, dude.
No, it kills me. The situation of football is where Buffalo lacks in at the end of the game.
It feels like prevent defense works as good as Tyreek Hill's contraception.
Yeah.
Not at all. Like not at all.
Right?
What has prevent defense ever done other than you watch your team, they go into prevent defense, and then you watch that ball go all the way down the field really fast. The fuck does prevent? Nothing, man. Fuck that. Blitz them. Fuck prevent, blitz them.
Yes. Let your cornerbacks be cornerbacks. Let your defensive line get in there and just plumble that damn quarterback.
Go get him. I mean,
let him scramble. Let him earn that, man.
Hail Mary that was allowed for Aaron Rodgers. And they're like, oh, that was the greatest play. Nobody fucking rushed him for like 5 minutes solid. So the old bastard can have one chance. I don't know who he paid off to let this happen. But the whole defense just backed on off, and he checks the Hail Mary.
Did they not learn from DeAndre Hopkins?
Remember that, Anthony? We were watching that, and I'm like, nobody's rushing him. Not one person is going after him. Look at his old ass. You can smash. I can fucking get to him, Nobody's protecting him. It's just like everybody just kind of stands there and goes like, oh, look, nobody's going to rush.
Well, and
I think
that's
it was set up
so.
by the league to make Rodgers look good. It's fucking bullshit.
So the right play is to cover deep to prevent the Hail Mary.
But you
But
rush people too to get him off his game.
well, so the problem is. So guess what the problem is? Guess what the critics say? Guess what the problem is? You rush Rodgers, you don't get to him. He still completes the Hail Mary. Well, you should have covered all the men deep. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Okay, but what if you just played a normal play that's been working for the last fucking
Right.
56 minutes of game time,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
just play a normal play, rush in there, and fucking sack his ass?
Or don't
Why-
put yourself in that
Why
position.
have everybody back off because, oh no, he's going to throw a Hail Mary? No, fuck that.
yeah, true.
Rush, just blitz his ass. Fucking make him throw it fast, and it'll be fucked up. It'll be a fucked up throw. If you hurry these quarterbacks, they go, oh shit, I'm going to check it down. Now it's our ball.
Mhm.
Well, no, you're right because in the
Just
time.
prevent.
Because in the time, no, you're right in this situation. Because the time that was left, what were they on the 50-yard line or the 45? So
Yeah,
even if he completes a short pass 10 yards, what like
yeah,
the
big
idea,
fat
the
hairy
thought of
deal.
the
That's
thought of
30
allowing,
seconds run off the clock, man.
yeah, the thought of them running a touchdown. You know what I mean? So,
Wouldn't
yeah, that's well, it shouldn't. Excuse me. Oh, with the Buffalo Bills, it shouldn't happen.
Yes,
There's
It
a
shouldn't. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, with any team, like anybody should be able to stop the Chiefs rather than do the prevent defense, which makes us just walk down the field, man. I mean, 20 yards of play. That's what your prevent defense does, is gives us 20 yards of play.
That's where that
Yep.
13 seconds came in.
3 of those, and then we got a field goal. And now we're tied,
Mhm.
and that took 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Fuck prevent, dude. Fuck prevent, man. I don't like it when the Chiefs do it. When the Chiefs do it, we lose. So we'll just double down on the blitz, man. That's what I like about Spags. He's like, nah, we're going to fucking blitz.
Max was good, man. When he was with
Sometimes
the
it
Giants,
works.
you rush Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. What happens? You can't throw. You can't hit a freaking picket fence.
Right? Yeah,
No.
he used to get real nerved out when there was a lot of pressure
Mhm.
coming. There wasn't going to be no fucking Hail Marys with that pressure coming, you know?
You look like Mahomes in this past Super Bowl. You know.
Like seriously, if when Jaden Daniels did his Hail Mary,
Mm-hmm.
that was just fucking, that was spray and pray, dude. I'm just gonna huck it down there and pray my ass off.
Dude, the Bears defender was celebrating before it even ended.
Yeah.
That was the dagger in that Bears defense. Were like, hey, dude, don't
But
celebrate until the
seriously,
play's
though,
over.
what could have been done different? Blitz the fucking quarterback and make that rookie nerve out and chuck it over the sideline because he's scared.
Especially with a running quarterback, he's dynamic as. I mean, he could have. I'm
He's
not saying he
very
could have
active.
ran it for 50 yards, but I mean, dude,
He could have got away a little bit, but you could have stopped him, right?
right.
I think Jaden Daniels is a stud.
But it was the Bears, dude. Anybody could throw a
Mhm.
fucking Hail Mary on the goddamn Bears.
Yeah, but the Bears guy freaking was celebrating before they even knocked. They were trying it before they were
So
trying
that's
to
a,
knock the
you're,
ball
you're
down.
saying it was they lost because of karma? No.
Well,
man.
no,
They lost because they didn't fucking blitz a
Well,
quarterback.
that
who
too.
was
But
gonna
that
throw a
too.
Hail
But I'm
Mary.
just saying though, it was just funny. That's all I'm getting at.
You know how many seconds are left? Go get him. I'm not gonna allow you to throw it way down there. I'm gonna come at you and I'm gonna try to take your goddamn
Yeah.
legs off, dude. I'm just gonna hit you as hard as I can. And so if you know that's coming, you're probably gonna want to get rid of that ball, faster than what you were hoping. Now your receivers aren't even looking back yet, because they know it's a Hail Mary. So they got to get all the way to the end zone, turn around and go like this. Who the fuck in a regular game at any point other than that last second bullshit allows a receiver to get that far down the field before the quarterback's hit? Nobody. That's what this. I can't understand the Hail Marys. I do like a 60-yard bomb if your line's good enough.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah, that's not a Hail Mary if you've been doing it all year. But if it's the only pass you've tried more than 40 yards, fuck off, man. Come on. Somebody should have put you on your ass. You know, if this is the first time that you've tried anything over 40 yards and it's to save your ass in a shitty game, it's kind of on you.
So this Sunday, let's talk about who will get the wild card spots.
Oh shit, we were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
We have our divisional picks, bro.
I missed last Sunday. You're talking about this coming up Sunday, right?
Yeah,
let's talk about 2 early wild card picks.
Yeah, we did way too early divisional picks last Sunday. And I said Ravens in the north, Texans in the south, Bills in the east, and Chiefs in the west. And then in the NFC went Vikings in the north, Falcons in the south, Commanders in the east, and then I picked the Seahawks in the west. But heavily leaning towards the Cardinals being a dark horse.
Do you think God, I hate saying this. Do you think if Trevor Lawrence could get his head out of his ass, Jacksonville could actually run away with that division? In all seriousness. No, you don't think so?
No.
ETN, all their wide receivers. I don't know.
I just don't think. I don't think Jacksonville, as an organization, is going to give their guys what they need.
Yeah.
I think they can milk their fans out, and they'll still keep coming to games because it's nice out. And so their home games, there's going to be plenty of people there. You know, it's nice out. It's fucking Jacksonville, Florida, bro.
I like how the defensive end, Josh Allen Hines, is now Josh Allen Hines, not just Josh Allen's.
You know why he did that. He was probably sick of getting the mistake. That's probably why.
I used to like it though when he would get a tackle on Josh Allen, and then it would be a Josh Allen on Josh Allen crime.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen would pass a touchdown over Josh Allen. That was always fun. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Josh Allen on Josh Allen crimes. That was always fun. But I can see changing his name. At least he didn't pick up some bullshit like Ocho Cinco. That was a wiener move.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah, really.
See, that's another wiener move.
Yeah.
Call yourself Ocho Cinco. I'm gonna change my name to my jersey number.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh man. Who was that guy that used to go to Brazil under a fake name just so he could get hookers? God dang. Come on. This is like 2 decades ago, boys. Am I that old?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, Anthony. That's it. I'm going to get a ride to your house. I'm going to fucking go animal on you this time.
Well, I'm pretty stoked to see what happens, and I just want to say thank you very much. And Richie, man, it was a pleasure to have you here, man. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Richie, you're awesome. You should come out here all the time, bro. We fucking love you, bro.
Try to. What time? What time Sunday?
Sunday, we're gonna do it at 6.
Like 6:30 Mountain, so 8:30 your time, bro.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is like every Thursday and Sunday about the same time between like say 8:30 and 9 your time.
Okay. All right, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, so just like Sundays and Thursdays we're doing this. And if we get a wild hair, we might throw a stream on randomly and stuff, but mostly we're trying to do like Sundays and Thursdays, and it'll probably be that same way for the football season, but we'll probably do Monday night games too.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so like anything that used to be a football day, we just sit around and go, what are we supposed to do now? There's no football. We get a little bit lost when there's no football.
I'm ready for the season to start already.
I am too, man. We haven't even gone through the fucking draft, and I'm like, when's preseason start? I'm gonna have to work all summer and stuff, and it's gonna just suck.
I gotta save some loot so we can get to Buffalo. I want to watch the Buffalo Bills game.
Gotta save some loot.
So neither one. Well, obviously, Jamie, I can believe because he's a Kansas City fan. Anthony, you've never been here?
Never been. Damn.
All right,
I haven't been
it's-
to Buffalo, but I've been through New York, a few towns and stuff.
My dad, back in the 90s, when I was starting to watch football, I think it was like 90, 91. My dad was he's a huge Giants fan. So I always watched the Giants and all that when they were, LT, the baddest motherfucker in the world. But I really like watching the Buffalo Bills and Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith is the reason why I became a Bills fan. That man,
Smith was a boss, dude.
man, he hit a lot of those quarterbacks out of the competition at times.
He was fucking mean, Anthony.
Yes, and it was amazing. And I loved every minute of it.
He was mean to my team, Anthony.
I love Bruce Smith, man. Bruce Smith, that was my player, man. And then Jim Kelly, the resilience and the toughness that man had, and then everybody. I just started watching everybody else too, and it was amazing. And I just became a Bills fan, and that's just how that happened. And been a Bills fan since what, 91?
You were a little kid, dude.
92.
Wow.
And I never watched the Super Bowls until they played the Giants, and I didn't even really, being 9-10 years old, I lived with my mom, so
Yeah,
I never really knew there was a Super Bowl, but I always loved watching the Bills when they were playing, so it was awesome.
Gotcha.
I watched Jim Kelly back in those days. That guy was tough as shit, dude.
And then my brother was a Miami Dolphin fan. Wanted to slap his ass around. He was bigger than me. So, goddamn Dolphin fan.
So here's how I did it. When I was a kid, I used to watch this football. My dad was a Denver Broncos fan, right?
Okay.
We were in Nebraska when I was little. And then I moved to Kansas when I was about high school age and stuff. And Dad was a Broncos fan. Never really liked the Broncos. I mean, there's just nothing about them I really liked. But Dad, since they were close, Dad would go to games and stuff. And he had friends over there in Denver. And then I kind of started watching that team in red. And those guys would get bloody noses. They'd be bruised and beaten, and they would just get up and keep going, man. And they didn't cheat. That was what I really liked. They didn't ever have to do any bullshit fouls or cheating. And then by the time the 80s rolled around, they weren't great, Late 80s, they still weren't great, but we got a coach that said, listen, we're going to change this. This is Marty Schottenheimer. We're going to change this, and we're going to make this a culture. And then if anybody did anything fucked up, they got sat on the bench, and then they got this red phone sat in their lap, and they had to pick it up and talk to Lamar Hunt and tell him why they just fucking did what they did, right? And so there was no bullshit allowed. And so that's probably one of the reasons why these days when people claim that the Chiefs are cheating and stuff, it literally hurts me because my team does not. We don't have to. If we're just going to suck, we're going to suck. We're not going to cheat to try to be the winners. We watched a certain team do that for like 20 fucking years. And as far as the fans are concerned, we won't put up with it. We will not put up with buying refs or whatever everybody thinks we do or whatever. We just want the best coaches. We want the best coaches that can take any guys and make them good enough that we can go there. That's how my Chiefs evolution kind of went. And now I went from watching my team completely suck to being mediocre at best to all of a sudden they just have the formula. And then I see people go, oh, the cheats. They call us the cheats. And I'm like, fucking show me one that wasn't an actual penalty, It's not the cheats. I realize that the NFL might be telling the refs, hey, these guys are the ones that actually make us the fucking money.
That's exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
That's not on me though. That's not on my
Right,
team.
of course.
That's
Yeah,
not
of
on
course.
these guys right here. No, because they're
No.
not the ones doing anything bad.
No,
It
not at
might
all.
be the NFL saying these are the ones that actually have the most marketable team in the NFL.
And that's any sport, though. Like that's any like that's
Yeah,
how the Patriots were for 2 decades. That's how it was.
but the Patriots really weren't the most marketable team back then.
They were annoying.
They fucking cheated, dude.
They were
Well, yeah,
literally fucking cheated. They
Right.
literally jacked the radio waves from the Steelers so that they could hear the Steelers' offensive calls on their own fucking sideline, man. That's cheating.
Yes.
And so you can go, we've got this many rings all you want. Well, we've got rings, 4 total in the franchise, but we've got rings just recently that we haven't had to been the ones cheating.
Yeah.
It pisses me off when they say that stuff because I'm like, nah, man, wait till your team gets there. Because if I say your team cheated to get there, you're going to be like, what the fuck, dude? That was such a long, hard road. Well, I'm 50-something years. I was 47 years into this long, hard road before the Chiefs even started winning this shit, you know? And no, my team they don't play that game, man. They roll right. And the Bills roll right. So when you guys get your Super Bowl, which is coming, it's coming, and somebody goes, you fucking cheated or you paid the refs, oh, it's going to rub you the wrong way, baby. You're
Just
not
like
going
how
to
Josh Allen got that MVP and everybody said that was a consolation.
Boom. Boom. There you go.
that.
Doesn't that feel great when people do that stupid shit?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, Josh. Good
That's
job,
that
dude.
was
You
a
deserved one
consolation
before
MVP.
this, you know? But that's
No, he deserved it 2 years ago.
Yeah,
finally
dude,
got it.
easily, right?
Yeah.
But so me, when I was going, good job, Josh, that's from a guy that understands these other jackasses don't know what they're talking about. They're going to claim cheat no matter what. It's fan fatigue. It's a fucking Psych 101 if you've ever studied psychology. You know, they hate the whoever is the competition, whoever is a threat to theirs, you know? Yeah. And so just keep that in mind when you guys tease me about the Chiefs. How's that?
You tease us too, so it is what it is.
Chiefs are good boys, man. My guys don't cheat. They don't have to. We've got the greatest coaches. We don't have to cheat. We don't have to buy any fucking ref. That's good all. Ooh, that team right there is one that's selling the most jerseys.
The 2 best teams in the AFC, Buffalo and Kansas City.
That's why I think we should take the refs out of it. We've got this technology these days where we can see every single player on every play from 3 different angles. We could do it like that. It's going to take goddamn 2 weeks to get one game played, but we could do that, you know, and maybe the technology will get even better too.
Mm-hmm.
We could get rid of all these refs that just plain play fantasy football, I think. And they want their fantasy football team to win. It's bizarre to me that this shit's been allowed for this long. But we had to put up with it because we got kicked out of a few games when Robert Kraft and his cronies were getting taken care of at a place in Kansas City. That's where they got busted doing that, by the way. At the AFC Championship game that the Patriots took from us, that the refs gave to the Patriots. And that's a fact, too. We got hosed on that one. We didn't really say much about it. We're just like, fuck it. Doesn't matter. We're still not going to cheat. We're just going to go back next year and try again. You know, and then now everybody's like, oh, the Chiefs cheat. They buy the refs. Well, fucking prove it. Fucking prove it, you know?
Well, I think in general, it's not really a Chiefs thing. I think in general, especially, like I brought this up to Buffalo Fanatics because, like I was telling Anthony, I go on the show with like Z-Bot. Well, I don't go on the show, but like I'm in the chat with Z-Bot and Rico.
Yeah, he's cool.
And they're like, I'm like, he didn't, like Z-Bot was like, I don't want to say dumb to the idea, but like the idea that a lot of fans, even like as a Bills fan, even as maybe you as a Chiefs fan, to think that sports gambling has zero impact on the outcome of a game ever since online sports gambling came out.
Well,
Like, I think I'm not saying people are stupid that don't believe there's some sort of bias. There is, dude. Like, money's money. Like, it's a business. Like,
yeah.
that could definitely dictate. And I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying, oh, the Chiefs get all the calls or certain teams get. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at any given moment, a ref can make a one call that could turn a game. And I don't know, man. Ever since sports gambling came into play online, I think it's gotten a lot different, and not in a good way. But
And it's
Um,
probably different.
so as far as the sports gambling online, I think that's the most foolish thing I've ever heard of.
Maybe just gambling in general. Like
I like gambling. Me and Anthony go to a casino, and I'll be there
yeah,
for 8 fucking
likewise.
hours and be like, I'm only down $30. Anthony will show up, walk in, and put $5 in a thing, and fucking win $2,000 right in front of my face, right in front of my mug, right here, right in front of me. And I'm like, God damn it! How do you get so fucking lucky? He's like, Oh, I hate gambling. Fuck you, dude. Loan me some bucks. Anthony's really good at gambling for a guy that hates gambling.
No, but my point was to the guys on the Buffalo Fanatics. I was like, I hate to use the word fix, but and this goes back to the old mafia days too. And get like to think that something can't be adjusted is just kind of foolish to me too. Like to think that there's no impact
Yeah.
is like, and that's any sport. This goes beyond football. It's
I
hockey.
feel it, bro, for sure. Yeah.
It's just it's so strange to me. Like to me, we all can't be that naive and think gambling has zero to do with.
Well,
Like,
a few years ago, okay, what, 2 decades ago, maybe, the Goombas were out of the Vegas.
mhm.
So the mafia wasn't fixing the games. The Chinese basically bought all of that shit, right? And then
Right.
so yeah, you could gamble for the first probably 6-7 years there. I remember that. You could like bet all you wanted. It wasn't going to help because it was still owned by someone who wanted their fingers in the mix. You know, they're not going to make stupid moves. They're going to use everything they got to set these odds. And literally, if you follow the Vegas odds for every single bet you do, you're probably going to break even. It's that crazy, oh my God, like Jaden Daniels threw a Hail Mary. Those are the ones that make you the money, you know, like that crazy play that nobody expected. You know, that's the one, that's where you make your money. Shit, for goddamn half a century, I would put at least $100 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and my odds were like fucking 2,000 to 1. You know.
Well, like I'll tell you right
it's
now.
It's gonna be this year. You know, I see the odds on the Jets like a couple years ago, and it was like 20,000 to 1. So I'm like, fuck, this is stupid, but I'm gonna go throw a hundy on the Jets. You know.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now what I've learned. Anytime I see, I don't care how good of a team you are. I'll tell you right now. When I see the Bills are like, actually, I'll give you a perfect example. The Chiefs were heavily favored against the Panthers this year. Like it wasn't even close. And I thought that. I thought that the same thing here. I've learned not to fuck with that shit. You know what I did in that game? I lost the parlay because I'm big on parlays, which is I've actually won a decent amount of parlays, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I knew something was I've learned and I knew something was fishy for it, and I took the plus money on the Panthers because I just knew yeah, the Chiefs are good, but like this is set up to fuck people for sure.
Yeah, that's a trap, dude.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, honestly, there's been so many trap games. Every week there's a trap game.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends on which one. And you look at those odds and you're like, how can this team? But then there's the reverse trap too, because I saw a couple of times when a team was favored by like 20 fucking points, and you're like, no, goddamn way. What was that? They were favored by something. I'd never seen it before. Anthony, we saw that.
Oh, it was that Ravens. There was that Ravens
Favored
game.
like goddamn
Hold on.
20 points.
I'll be right back.
It was 20.5 points.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
taking
18
a leak. I'll be right
18
back.
and a half,
Hold on.
20 and a half points.
Okay, buddy.
Well, we're
Yeah,
probably going to have to
dude.
wrap it up here soon anyways. Because
They were favored by like
30.
20 and a half points.
Mhm.
And I was like, guy, this is a literal reverse trap
Mhm.
because you think that there's just no possible way. And they covered that shit too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. It was the Ravens.
I can't remember.
I think it was the Ravens and Steelers or Ravens. No, it was a Ravens game, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't remember who they were playing.
Was it the Browns? It was the Browns. Ravens.
Was it the Browns?
I think it was the Browns.
Yeah, and I was like, there's no fucking way they're going to beat the Browns are better than this, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. And then they fucking sure enough, they did it. That's the reverse trap.
I was rooting for the Browns to stink it up, and they didn't. They stunk it up the other. They stunk it up like they were going to. But hey,
check it out. DTS says
yes,
the project is over and I can rest.
nice.
Nice, dude. Good.
Well, I do have to get to bed. I have.
Yeah, my battery's at like 4% right now. So
yeah, we went like 30 minutes when we thought we were gonna go 10. That's great.
Well, it's a pleasure
Okay.
as always, gentlemen. It's
Fucking
always good
love you,
talking to
boys.
Yes.
Have a
love you,
great
man.
evening, guys.
Respect. Much love and respect, everybody.
For sure. That was a fun night, guys. Thanks a lot, man. This was a good time. I'm gonna probably watch again tomorrow and
Yeah.
listen to all the dumb shit I said.
Right.
Cool.
All right, I'll try to make it for you boys Sunday. We'll pick wild card. We'll do that.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to catch up with us. We'll do a quick revamp of who we picked for our divisional winners. Way too early. Divisional winners.
Mhm.
So write down your divisional winners somewhere, because we're gonna keep receipts on this. We're gonna come back and check it again towards the end of the year. Who we think, who we thought our way too early shit was
Clip
working
it.
or not. and we're not gonna do different picks like those, like the Colin Cowherds that go these guys, then these guys, so they can later on go, look, I already called it. We're gonna be real about our shit. And then so I'm going to try to figure out who my wild card picks are. Gosh, that's going to be tough, boys. That's going to be tough, especially if in the NFC. That's going to be tough for wild cards this year. This is going to be fun. Love you guys. Thanks, man.
All right.
Night,
Have
man.
a great
Good night.
evening, boys.
Take care.
See you, Anthony.
See ya.
Awesome.